Hey, it's the Bennington Show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Gail Bennington.
Yo.
I'm Ron Bennington. These are not the shits.
These are not the shits.
Who is that? This is not the shits.
This is not the shit.
And I just heard Psycho Killer. Madonna came when I was in the hospital, demanding that I produce a record. It's the Bennington Show. Beautiful day in Yankee Town. This town is all fired up now because they believe in their Yankees. Finally, at the end of the year, they're starting to believe in them. Chris Stanley's wearing a fresh hat.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, he was with his Mets. This year, he's with his Yankees. Anyway, you look at it, bad person.
The Mets thing was a lapse in judgment. So was the Cubs thing, because my heart is with the Yankees. This is feeling kind of like 95, like the beginning of something that's going to last a long time.
Why can't you just enjoy the season for what it is, rather than go, are we going to win another 8 more fucking championships? I got to tell you, though, baseball has been great. And I don't know if your Yankees are going to win this on the road, but they've made Yankee Stadium a tough place to win again, despite the fact that the first 4 rows are empty every single night.
It's expensive.
That's the billionaire. Well, they're bought. Those tickets are bought, and then they go, I don't know, I'm just going to watch in the bar.
You're kidding me.
No, they're terrible people.
Yeah.
They're terrible fucking people.
Oh, that's awful. That's really, really bad.
And then the people that are there aren't losing their shit. You know what I mean? When you get further back, there's actual human beings like, I can't fucking believe this is happening. But they start to light it up now. And that hasn't happened. I don't know if it's happened in new Yankee Stadium. Old Yankee Stadium used to be a terrible place for a visitor to come into.
Right.
Like, if you watch the stuff from the old Bronx Zoos days, they're just fucking, it looks like soccer in Europe. Nobody's wearing shirts. They're spitting. They're throwing shit.
They have flares or something. Help.
And that kind of went away. And it's the same things happen in football. When rich people started to go to games, it just got easier to be a visiting team.
But I think that's weird to put the most expensive teams down most expensive seats down in front like that. It makes sense, like, in the box, looking down from above in your comfort. Yeah. But like, front row center should always be
fans,
the regular fans. Yeah.
It just comes down to cash, because there are boxes and there are, there's just rich people at all the games all the time. And no one needs a Winnebago just for the only reason is so you can party before the game.
Right.
Just stay at home if that's your fucking intention. But like I'd say still the Oakland Raiders is our crazy fans. But I remember even like years ago in the 70s and 80s, going into Washington was like crazy.
Really?
And now going into Washington is like doing any corporate gig. You know what I mean? Playing the Redskins is not as a rough away game. And it used to be brutal. Philly was always brutal. Pittsburgh was so tough. The place would be just going fucking ape shit. And now it just feels like you go into Pittsburgh and the kickoff and the stands aren't even filled yet because people are still doing other shit.
Yeah.
And again, if everybody's so worried about the national anthem, how come they don't shut down the food places and stuff during the national anthem? Everybody's still doing you know what I mean? People are just running everywhere. I can't get involved. I can't get caught up in it. All right, it's the Bennington Show on a beautiful Thursday. Gail, you and I are going out tonight to see Lisa Lampanelli in her debut.
This is so exciting. Debut. Yeah, her new play is debuting, and it's very exciting.
Yes,
it feels like quite an event to be like, we're here at the debut.
It's so much more rare for somebody in comedy to like write and perform a play than it is a sitcom or something.
Yeah.
Like sitcom, you're like, yeah, you got a sitcom deal, but a play feels real.
Yes,
and it also feels like you're really putting yourself out there. You don't know how it's going to go.
It's a ballsy move.
It is. It's a very, very ballsy move. I saw a thing on the iBank today. Nate Bargatze and Lil Rel both got pilot deals. I didn't read the stuff about Little Rels. Nate's is a very, it's based on him, based on his life. It seems like a sitcom that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they even, it's a long shot once you even go from pilot all the way through.
Yeah. But it does make sense for both of those guys because I feel like both of those guys have the kind of personality where, like, if you luck out, you have a great premise, it takes off. There's like so many luck factors about the whole thing, but both of them have that just like likability thing that you're.
And yet, there's this fucking sitcom that I've become obsessed with on CBS because it's such a throwback. It's like, this is the way Jewish people used to act in New York, but no longer do. And I'm like, how did this one make it on? And I'm also slightly obsessed with the internet has picked up. They're calling it like a murder mystery of why Kevin Can Wait killed off the wife and brought back the wife from the other one. Yeah, that kind of shit makes me laugh. And people are like, it was a planned murder by. Because they're not really saying how she died or whatever. They're just trying to get rid of it,
Do they address it much at all? Or
not really. No, there was it was like months later, and then he got her gym membership, and the gym membership said, "We miss seeing you," and he goes, "Yeah, me too." And then he turns around and he does a joke with his family about how fat he is. And it's really
so strange.
The thing is, though, we know the truth. We don't have to have it explained to us. No one's sitting there thinking, like this is a reality of any kind. It's crazy.
But I like still feeling the need to like lightly address it, but not fully.
Right.
I am still sad about that. Anyway.
This new chick reminds me of my old sitcom. We were very successful. We had a great run. But well, there's going to be a competition today on the show because there was a movie debate about who knew more about movies, and it was Vito and Chris versus Vito will take place today in movie trivia. And what happens to the winner and the loser? Did you guys work anything out?
I am banned from this room, and then Vito
forever
for 1 month.
Wow, that wasn't even set up.
We never talked about that.
No, here's the
I just
thing.
made that up right now.
For 1 month, you don't have to do your job.
I laughed so hard I just smashed my knee. If I see you throwing this thing, I'm going to be very suspicious.
I have to stay at my house and eat and drink the whole day.
The punishment is PTO.
And what does Vito get? So you're only going by losing, not even winning.
It's a full swap.
Yeah.
It's a room swap.
Now you went from the history of movies to, and then you just said modern times.
Modern times, yeah.
So 60s on.
60s on.
Yeah.
I feel like I got the lock on this. I mean, I have 10 more years of just experience on the earth than Vito, so I think there's no chance.
He went to movie school.
But he hated every second of it.
Yeah, but I can name older movies than you yesterday. I proved it to everybody, and you were just sitting there like an idiot.
Look, that's why.
But he's going to do that anyway. That's not fair.
That's why I decided to go from 60s on.
You don't get to decide anything. So why are you deciding your own punishment, your own prize, all the stipulations? That's not how it works.
I love the fact there's nothing if he wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vito isn't a slave for a day or has to pay himself blue.
I would like to do, if I win, Chris has to eat salad with me every day for the next month and talk to me about my salad
Well,
in
he's
detail.
already not working.
That would be a fucking.
You're just salading every day now?
Yeah, I switch between different kinds of salads, like hot salad, cold salad.
It's all he talks about.
It's still a salad, though.
I know, it's still garbage salad. And every day he just goes on about all the ingredients in the salad.
You know who told me that they walked across the bridge yesterday, 59th Street Bridge? I'm trying to do the right things, Ron. Okay. That's it. Everyone's on me all the time because I have pictures of Instagram of my food. So I walk across the bridge, but no one's talking about that. Tim Dillon. Health nut, Tim Dillon. So he walked across the bridge and then caught a cab.
That's
because
great.
I'm not walking all the way down here. Let's take a look at my phone and see how long. All right, 4 miles. 4 miles I've walked today, so I'm doing it. I'm not going to get any credit for it, but I'm doing it. That kid is so fucking funny.
I love him so much.
That kid is ridiculously funny. Ridiculously funny. All right, so that contest is coming up a little later on today. Gail, you put together some questions?
I have some questions.
And while that's all happening, I'm going to take a nap because I couldn't be less interested in what these two idiots do with each other.
Just trust me, you're going to see a big win.
I don't care. You see how little I care whether you have to go and eat a salad.
Why do
with
I
them?
feel like I'm going to put the questions out there and I'm not going to, and no one's going to get anything right?
Look, there's no way.
What happens then?
Yeah. There is no way Chris Stanley could go eat salad for a month. I don't even believe that could happen.
I'd start vomiting mid-meal the first fucking time.
Get ready for it, because I'm going to fucking...
It isn't going to happen, Vito. You're making up something. You've got to know your opponent. He's not going to sit there and spend his money on a salad every day.
And make conversation about said salad.
There's no cheese on a salad. There's no bread on a salad.
I'll let him do... I do cheese. He can do a healthy feta.
I don't
Dude,
fucking
would
like
you
feta cheese.
Do not waste our time talking about this is not like a daytime girls program. That's not happening. Chris is not going to eat salad. You're making something up.
I like how I just thought it was about the glory. Now
Yeah.
it's got to be about salad. It's got to be about the
With these
room.
two, it's more about the glory hole. Maybe that
That's
should
an
be-
interesting punishment.
Yeah. That you guys should have to go. Now, what would you rather sit there and Jake that D, or stick your penis through a fucking hole? Which to me sounds insane. Insane. I'm sure my cock was going to be cut off.
I'd rather take it than
In the
risk,
face?
in the face,
Yeah.
than risk like losing it or something something like unknown.
I
happening
trust
to my penis.
no one
Yeah.
to stick my fuck. I go, look, just come in here. That's insane to me.
I won't tell anyone who you are.
My mom, when I was a kid, used to tell me not to go fucking piss because guys would come along and slice it with a knife.
Jesus.
I don't know whether she read
What?
that story somewhere. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I used to have to, she says, no, you didn't use the bathroom, did you? I go, no, I didn't.
Oh my God.
She's crazy, right?
What a thing to put into a young person's head.
And I don't know whether that's ever happened. I mean, what does somebody gain from it?
It's so horrifying.
Just stab them through the pants. It's still bad. But why
now
get,
that it's exposed.
why become a slasher in a fucking place that only has one exit? You're not going to get away. It's the spectrum.
Oh my God.
So I used to have to say, no, I didn't piss at the concert, Mom.
Nope.
Because of what you told me. Good. Hold it. Hold it until the bladder erupts. I don't think it erupts. It ruptures. I don't know why I thought it was erupting. Just pissing all
That's
over.
like the opposite of your other friend who was afraid to hold their pee.
I had a friend that would piss the second he felt it because his dad told him he could cause damage. So he would just be fucking pissing on the sidewalk. And then he's fucking sitting there going like this. You don't ever want to hold the piss. I'm going, yes, you've told us the other 4 times today you pissed. Crazy fuck.
But we're living in a modern society.
No.
Like, we can't just do that.
We're not animals.
That's how the Black Plague got started.
We are not the beasts of the fields, okay? Is that how the plague got started?
I think it was feces being thrown in the street. People then walking, stepping in said feces. Just general.
They would shit in buckets and chuck it out the window.
chuck it out the window,
Yeah.
and yeah,
That's
there
how
would
they
be
live
shit
in
and piss
Astoria.
in the streets.
It's a nice central poop area.
Don't you hate how, like, fucking anytime Vito jumps in, he takes us down a cul-de-sac we can't get out of? Well, we could talk about salads while we're eating them. What's wrong with your tooth, dude?
I don't know. I just have a pain in the back of my gums.
Good for me.
Had
Yeah.
popcorn yesterday, so I
Okay.
You got to
good.
brush, by the way.
did brush.
Floss?
No,
You got to floss,
I don't
Vito.
like flossing.
What do you mean?
Floss with a salad leaf, you fucking idiot.
Okay. Zucchini pasta.
Yeah, if you're a salad eater, you got to be a flosser.
He
It's all
doesn't.
in there.
He's of the... I'm always trying to find out who she is.
Me too. And nobody seems to know who she is.
Vito, why
She
can't that
seems
be your thing to get
very
to the bottom
important.
of? Yeah, she seems very important. She seems kind of magical. She does a
I
show
know.
here, And she's very exotic, but I got to be careful. I don't want anybody to think I'm Harvey Weinsteining.
No.
I'm just saying this as a fan. That's all. Why is your hair loud?
It's greasy.
So
that was your
loud.
hair.
Was it that loud?
Yeah,
it was really loud. It was coming up through the mic.
You're saying it's greasy, but it sounded like you were rustling through straw.
I think it was dry.
I can't wait till you're out of here for a month. I'd rather do this thing on Vito's home movies.
No chance. I'm staying in this room, Ron.
You'll be banned from the room, and you're eating salads. Is that it?
That sounds like a fucking nightmare. The salads part especially.
I just know it's not going to happen, and then every day I'm going to have to hear something stupid about Vito. He wouldn't even touch a salad. And all that, it just bores me to death. It bores me enough that I could become a stabber. You found out nothing, huh, Vito?
Looking it up right now.
Looking it up how?
I'm cross-referencing some things.
She's a coworker of ours.
But I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that creepy guy going up to people, going, "Hey, you know who?"
You're that creepy guy just sitting in that fucking chair eating a salad.
Wait, you're digging at that tooth.
Plus, who wants a hot salad? That sounds like something you'd send back.
It's sautéed. It's this place called Roast across the street. It's actually delicious.
What are you getting? Kickback money? You fucking prick. And you're bringing up a chain like it's something that we should all be celebrating.
Well, we don't have much over here except for chains.
Again, this is the dull fucking stuff I don't want to make the air.
No more
salads. It's not going to happen because I'm going to fucking win.
I can't believe this. I'm rooting for Chris.
Thank you. Thank you. I like to have you in my corner, Ron.
And by the way, you should be doing Big Brothers all by yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
That's taking it too far. He should not be doing Big Brothers by himself. He's terrible at it.
No, he's good. He's fucking good. He knows everything.
I've all watched the show.
He doesn't need to. That's how good he is.
Now you're on his side too.
I'm just saying. I'm not taking anyone's side.
I'm taking Chris's side.
Good.
Just so you know. And it's all because of the dumb salad and sauteed and then pushing a chain. Is it like you could just say, "Oh, I go to the mall for my salads."
His hot salads, Ron. They're steaming hot.
I wish you wouldn't tell me, Chris. This is the shit I hate.
Perpetuating the salad now. Come on, no more salad talk.
I saw this place. I think it's called Sweet Greens or something like that. Have you seen it? It made me disgusted from the street. I just hate. I don't know. It's like I feel like they're selling ground up people into some green sludge because I hate this. The hospitalization of restaurants now. It looks like you're in a hospital.
Yeah.
Like you're eating in an operating room.
That's gross, yeah.
Ugh. What's their whole scene, Chris? You know all about it.
Yeah, well, actually, I know someone who has a terrible story about that.
Thank you. I have a terrible story. I have a terrible story. I didn't even walk in.
I'll write down what happened.
Who's the person?
How long is this story? He's writing so much.
I know. I'm going to see if the New Yorker will publish this, and then I'll read it there.
I want to see this too.
It's ridiculous.
Let me just read it to you.
Okay.
No, wait. We can't because I already gave out the thing of the place.
All right.
I mean, that's one of the least gross things I've ever heard of in my life.
They got $800 out of it.
Dude, that's hilarious. Oh my God.
I have our coworker's name.
Well, don't say
it because now it looks like we don't know it. Tell us at another time.
But,
okay.
And do you have the station too?
Yeah.
Right? Have it sent in to me. I'm very curious.
Oh, I want to say happy birthday to Carla Finch. It's
Carla Finch's birthday?
Yes.
I thought her job was to alert everybody else of
I
whose
know.
birthday
That's
it
why I
was.
want to make sure I remember because she always reminds me other people's birthdays.
She's the birthday shouter.
Yes, she is. So happy birthday.
Look how much longer it took this fucking kid to write down rather than this weirdness that Chris sent me.
I wish I could frame this. It's just such a funny.
Stupid. It wouldn't even gross me out.
Yeah, it would just be weird.
Yeah.
It's an odd thing to happen.
I can't believe their settlement came in before yours.
I can't talk about
They just do it cash right there. They just open the register.
Yeah,
There you go.
Don't make this go away. It's actually not that bad. Pretty cheap.
Here's Jen rushing in with all the deets.
Jen's got some dish.
Man, I don't even know about that.
Yeah, let me see this because I want to look her up too.
That does not seem like the exotic name I was looking for. Because I thought she was someone with like a music background herself. I thought she would have been in a fucking, I don't know, singing backup for Kid and Play. Something that seemed like it was very exciting.
Well, I'm glad I know her name because it's been driving me for a long time.
Me too. It's very exotic.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Great
see
hair.
any music stuff.
What's that?
Don't see any like actual singing background.
Okay, no salad for you today. You're eating fucking cheeseburger pizza.
No.
Make him.
You're going to take 2 cheeseburgers, wrap a pizza around it, and fucking stuff it.
That sounds great.
Like the
That
sound.
sounds really good. It does sound really good. Oh, what are you doing, Spooky Tooth?
What
Oh,
happened?
There's something red on your fucking tooth.
Oh, God, my mouth's bleeding.
Oh, so you were digging at your tooth too?
Fucking shit.
His gums are just fucking
Oh my
bleeding.
God.
Oh,
He heard I was digging at my tooth, and then he had to dig it.
Bullshit. I was bleeding way before he was.
Oh my God, your mouth is covered in blood.
That's a
I feel
hot
like
look, right?
I feel like we're not going to get along until we do this stupid game. I really
Right.
wanted to push it off to the 1 o'clock hour, but I
You
can't
feel like-
stand interacting with them. It's so awful. I'm going to a big Broadway play tonight, and to the after party.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys are digging at your teeth.
I didn't want to dig at my tooth. I think it just started bleeding out of nowhere.
Why is that?
I don't floss at all. Like I can't remember the last time I flossed.
When I brought that up a few minutes ago,
It's because you're a piece of shit.
Oh my God! So this machine is telling me that if I don't react immediately, I will not get my non-existent credit card. Fucking!
Oh my God.
I know my credit card company, and I don't give them this fucking phone. People just try to steal from you constantly on your cell
Yeah.
phone now. I just saw this that AARP has set up a hotline for older people so they could just have someone say to them, no, there's not someone in Africa who's trying to get out and is willing to give you $8 million for it. Please don't.
I mean, all of these are going to be telling you not to give this person money.
Yes, that's what the,
100% of the time. No, do not give them your credit card information.
honey, believe me, your daughter's a scam. There's no possible way that you're going to get that money back. So that's what they have to set up a hotline because people just constantly go after old people and try to lie to them. Well, they do it to everyone, but only old people fall for
They
it.
fall for it. And then the sad thing is, they're like, give me your address and I'll mail you the check.
Yes.
They'll actually mail these people checks.
Oh, I didn't even know about this, honey. Sure, I'll send some money out to you. You tell the Princess of Nigeria, don't worry. I'm here. Yes, you're a very friendly person. They're just so happy to be talking to a human on the phone. Getting old is just the worst fucking thing that could happen to a person.
Yeah, it doesn't seem great.
That's, Chris, you're so lucky.
I'll never see those golden years.
All right, come in here, Vito. Let's play. Do you want to stay in there or come in here and play the game?
I'm gonna come in there.
It's bullshit.
But I mean, as funny as some people think it would be to make Chris eat 30 days of salad, I know him enough that he's not going to do it. And the show is going to be the screaming matches of he didn't come to salad. And
Come to salad.
it just annoys me. Like, how do you not know? Like, if you said to Chris, "Oh, I get to hit you in the back with a baseball," he'd do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have to eat this shit sandwich. He'd do it. But 30 days of salad, and by day 3, I'm going to go like this. I don't want to fucking hear salad again. You're fucking ruining the show with the salad talk. All right, let's. So the deal is this: Chris is launched from this room if he loses this. Now, I don't know what the questions are, how the games.
Now,
is this a buzzer game?
Most of these are buzzers.
Yeah.
There are, I believe, at least 2 where they would have to write something down and then show at the same moment, if you'd like.
Okay.
But I guess any of these could be, if you think it's better to do it just written down, they could write them all down, and then they both have a shot at getting the answer.
No, it's up there with salad for me.
Okay.
It's just very, very annoying. Now, so let me just do the buzzer thing. I want you to yell your name out, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you an example of how to do it, all right?
Yeah.
But I also want to smash down, too, because I like when people smash.
Done.
Right.
Who is the female star? No, this isn't real. This is the test
This
run.
is,
Yeah.
yeah, you
All
will
right,
not get
okay.
points, but test your abilities.
Who is the female star of Titanic?
Chris.
Yes, Chris.
Kate Winslet.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, you could also already see that Chris will hit before he knows.
Yes.
So there's got to be a time limit of how long he gets to
Understandable. Okay.
think. But I
You
don't
took
see.
a moment to think of the name Kate
No.
Winslet.
This is the other thing. Do you lose a point when you have a wrong answer? Is it like Jeopardy, or it just means nothing?
I say that he can answer. Say if I get it wrong, he can answer. But then if we both don't get it right, move on to the next question.
Okay.
Okay,
That
gotcha.
seems fair. All right. And one more time, okay?
Okay.
What is the hottest salad you've ever eaten in your life?
Vito.
Yes, Vito.
It was from the place across the street. It was a nice spicy chicken with.
And I'm
Spinach
sorry,
base.
Chris, what would you like?
I've never eaten a hot salad.
That's a point to Chris. 5 points off Vito.
Good.
That's how it's going to go.
All right. So you got your questions ready,
Yes,
Gail?
I have some questions.
It's going to be a buzzer
Okay.
contest.
All right.
Do we have an opening to this?
Yes, we do.
Can we hear it?
Lights, camera, action. 2 radio producers,
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
1 winner.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Who will be crowned the Bennington Show King of Movies?
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
This is Chris versus Vito.
Why are all of our drops from 1967?
This looks good for me.
They call me Mr. Tim.
Who gives a shit if they call Mr. Tibbs or not? Now, I just want to point out to the listeners, these two guys honestly hate each other, and it's really annoying to the rest of us. There's no reason they should hate each
No,
other.
they really
They're
shouldn't.
fucking twins.
I look much different.
Only
my
recently because of the salads. You know, when you get back to being yourself, all I got to do is order food. You stare at it, you walk around it, and then you huff it in.
One person says, just have a piece, and then it turns into like 5 pieces.
You didn't have to tell me to have a piece.
That's true of you.
Just go for it.
Yeah, you actually steal. Sometimes even slurping people's green juice when they're not in the room.
Oh,
I didn't think anyone
I'll never forgive you for that.
didn't think it would be that big a
Never.
problem.
It's disgusting. Why wouldn't you ask? I would have said yes.
By the way, what's the name of this game again? Mr. Tibbs?
They call me.
Okay.
They call me.
All right. The first
Mr.
question.
Tibbs or not?
For call me Mr. Tibbs.
In the
Question.
heat of the night, Chris.
You did that backwards.
It still counts.
You can't do that in the game. You have to say your name first, and you have to slam
All right,
down.
all
This
right.
is why we hate you guys.
Come on,
All right.
you guys.
All right.
Give me
We
the
haven't
point.
even
First
started.
question
Give
for
me the
they call
point.
me Mr. Tibbs.
For Tibbs.
All right.
Give me the point for Tibbs.
No, you're not getting it.
Name the star and director of Citizen Kane.
Vito.
Vito, you got it.
Orson Welles. Both.
Correct.
Oh,
Vito.
that's it. The game is over. What was the?
Why did you drop the
Weren't we
sound?
supposed to get a drop of?
Why did you drop the sound so quickly?
Point Vito.
It's not that he dropped it. He didn't have it up at all. You're gonna miss this room, Chris.
No, I'm not.
So that's it. The game is over. Congratulations,
It
Vito.
can't be a one-question game.
Now I'm going to be the final judge on all this. I'm watching. You hit first, but he said
I
his
know.
name
I
first.
gotta think.
And all I've asked for is the name.
Okay.
I don't even like when people hit.
What?
No, I do. I know it is fun.
All right.
All right. Second question for they call me Mr. Tibbs.
Question number 2. What is the name of the boat in Jaws?
Chris.
Chris Stanley. I'm sorry, Chris. You're a fucking liar.
I knew
What do
it.
you have? This is the easiest question in the world, Vito.
SS.
No.
SS
it's not the fucking
Minnow.
SS Minnow.
Oh, the SS Minnow.
It's, of course, the orca, correct?
It is the orca. 1
Yeah.
point run.
Yeah. I'm going to have salads and stay out of this room.
All right, let's do this.
Can I get a side of pizza with my salad? Thank you.
By the way, I would have accepted the SS Indianapolis because it
Yeah.
is referenced in
It
the
is
movie.
referenced.
Okay, what is... this is question 3. What is the best-selling movie soundtrack of all time?
Chris.
Yes, Chris.
Titanic.
No. Incorrect.
Singing in the Rain.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Ron for the steal.
I'm going to guess Bodyguard.
It is The Bodyguard. Yeah. Oh my God.
But I bet Titanic is number 2. Because that thing's so.
I believe actually Saturday Night Fever is number 2.
Oh shit, I always forget that's a soundtrack. Because it's really an album.
Yeah. That's what I would have thought.
Like, there's not a piece of soundtrack music on that soundtrack.
I think there's maybe only 2 other artists. There's like one song by Yvonne Elliman and then like one song by someone else. Everything else.
But I mean, there isn't that thing like you're playing music to make a scene go better. No, it's just straight disco.
An album. All right.
So still 1-0, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this one is tougher, so that has me concerned.
Yes. We're all getting concerned now.
Question 4. Name the 3 films starring James Dean.
Chris.
Go, Chris.
Okay.
East of Eden, Rebel Without a Cause, Giant.
Woo! Correct. Correct.
Why do I get...
Was that you who farted or somebody into the audience?
It sounds like I know who did the production.
Now, can I say this for Chris? Not only did he get the 3 right, but in the order that they came out.
Yes, he did.
A lot of people think Rebel came out first, but no. It was Giant. Not Giant. It was,
East of Eden. Yeah.
East of Eden.
I get a second point for that or what?
No, you don't.
Why would you?
All right.
1-1.
1-1. Exciting.
Game is over. Both of you have to eat salads and stay where you live. Only Chris gets to eat salad. But he has to eat it in front of Vito every day. Why Vito has to eat 1 shovelful of sugar. Sugar and fat. It's lunch. Time for your sugar and fat.
All right. Question number 5.
Let's go.
Who directed The Graduate?
Chris. Mike Nichols.
Ooh, oh my God.
Smoking your ass,
How you like that fart, Vito?
dude. What's the score now, Jen? You got to keep an eye on
the
score.
part against him.
Yeah. Is it 3-1?
It is now 2-1.
2-1.
Chris,
Okay.
I've got the score here. So
This
Chris
is a fucking runaway, dude.
This
feel
is
like the
exciting.
Yankees.
Mike Nichols, I'm very excited about both those 2 answers, Christy.
Very exciting. All right. Question number 6. In the movie Network, what does Howard Beale ask viewers to yell out of their window?
Chris, I'm mad, so I'm not going to take it anymore.
Oh my God. He loves the part now. It's making him stronger.
Why do you put your thumbs up when
When the part happens, he puts his thumbs up and moves his butt to the side like he's really doing it. Wow, 3-1 right now.
fucking face, you're a loser.
Fucking loser.
Oh my God, this is crazy. I'm shocked. All right, question number 7.
Look, the life has left him.
That's right.
The life
I
is out of
sucked
him.
it out of him. Spit it back in his face.
All right, question 7.
Let's go.
Name the 2 1998 Oscar contender films that were both about World War II.
Chris.
Vito.
I'm going to give that to Vito.
Saving Private Ryan. And Flags of Our Fathers.
Oh, no.
Go ahead, Chris, because I think you actually had won that.
Saving Private Ryan. Let's say Schindler's List.
And yes, the same director.
Yeah.
Did both.
Piano?
Terrence Malick.
Oh,
Malick,
shit.
everybody.
The Thin Red Line.
No
The Thin
points.
Red
I
Line.
would expect Vito to have gotten that.
Yeah, I know. I thought he had it. All right. Question number 8. At what historical landmark does Pee-wee believe his stolen bike is located at?
Chris.
Yes, Chris.
Mount Rushmore?
What? Wait a second. What?
No.
I thought I was about to start this with, this is an easy one at
Yeah.
least.
Can you repeat the question?
I will repeat the question. At what historical landmark does Pee Wee believe his stolen bike is located
Vito.
at?
Yes.
The dinosaur.
Yes, we all know the historical dinosaur.
The fucking Alamo, you idiot! Fuck!
And
No
where
points.
is the Alamo?
In the basement.
There's no basement at the Alamo. Oh my God! All right, Ron is
I haven't seen
Jesus
Pee Wee in a
Christ.
while.
Ron is tied with Chris.
Oh boy.
This is exciting. All
I
right.
don't want a salad.
Question number 9. What is Stanley Kubrick's final film?
Chris.
Yes, Chris.
Eyes wide shut.
Holy shit, Vito.
My God,
Now,
Vito.
also, take a look at Vito. The life has left him. The eyes are small. He's leaning over. He has nothing.
Hold on, one more thing.
Yeah.
Point Chris.
I would have never thought you had reaction time.
It isn't reaction time. You don't even get the fucking things when they're handed
Yeah,
to you.
you
You
got-
thought a fucking dinosaur was a historical
That was a
monument.
thing in the movie, though, wasn't it?
It was a thing, but nobody said his bike was at it, and it's not a historical landmark.
It is now.
No, it
Oh, my
isn't.
God, it's not.
That's your way of trying to lie out of things. This means for 1 month you can't eat a salad.
All right.
No salad for you, bro.
Question.
Look at him.
Come on.
Question number 10.
Come on, movie boy.
He owns you, dude. You've been pwned.
You have been owned. Bill Murray and Owen Wilson are tied for having been in the most currently released Wes Anderson films. Who is in third place?
Chris.
Yes.
Jason Schwartzman.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck, dude. That is
5-1.
correct.
Here's some more farts.
Point Chris.
What are you going to do without salad for a month?
I guess just eat grilled chicken by itself with no toppings or anything.
He's sitting here thinking about what he's going to eat, not how to win, dude.
No, you're a loser, dude.
He fucking hits the thing before you finish the
So
sentence.
what?
That's in the fucking rules. I can fucking buzz in whenever
Hold
I
on, first of all,
want.
it's not in the rules. We are just accepting it.
I think you should have to eat ice cream.
No.
Make him
Because
eat
I
it,
thought you
Rod.
cared about your health. I am so happy this salad shit fucking stops now. Stanley's a hero.
Oh, my God.
More Haagen-Dazs, Vito? Yummy.
Oh my God, this is 2 thumbs up. Oh my God, Vito, come on, dude.
Try.
Chris, you were right what you said about the under millennials.
That's right.
Oh my God. All right, question 11.
Damn.
Name the 2 legendary women who co-starred in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Vito.
Go, Vito.
Feud.
Feud. And go ahead, Chris.
I don't know. I don't know.
How do they not know Bette Davis? How do you not know Joan Crawford?
Davis and Joan Crawford.
I knew that. Just couldn't remember.
Hey, did you guys see
Another
Richard
point wrong.
Branson in here yesterday with Dan Rather?
Yeah. For a second.
Is Branson bitching about his house being fucked up?
I didn't hear any of that part of it.
Sure, it's a billionaire talking. Why would you take the time to see what they had to say?
All right.
5-1 still, right, Jen? 5 fucking 1.
Yes, 5-1. All right.
Who do you go to eat salads with?
Usually Gail, Jen. Sometimes I go by myself if I want to go to a specific place.
What? It's always roast. And
Yeah.
you, Chris?
No, I don't eat salads, bro. I just fucking eat whatever I want.
Run, bro.
And it shows.
I'm his bro. I'm his bro. He's blessed.
Wow.
He doesn't have to watch what he eats. So great.
Lucky.
It's an amazing metabolism.
All right. Next question.
All right.
Name that movie. This is a movie quote. Name that movie. Love means never having to say.
Vito.
I'm sorry.
Love story.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
he's coming back.
Point Vito.
I'm not
Where's
worried.
the fart? 5-2.
It does make you kind of miss the part.
Yeah.
All right, 5-2. In Rocky, what kind of store does Adrian
Chris.
work in?
It was really exactly the same time, so I'm going to give it to Vito.
Pet store.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Point Vito.
I had to give it to Vito to make this thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just a little something.
All right.
In Back to the Future, what year does Marty McFly visit?
Chris.
Vito.
That was easily Chris.
Yeah.
1953.
1955, 2015, 1885.
I was just looking for the first answer, but correct. Vito
Wow.
is correct.
Point Vito.
Jen, what's your score now?
5-4, Chris.
Holy
5-4.
shit.
All right.
Just that quick,
All right.
we've
All
turned
right.
it around. Oh, okay. Next question. Name the first feature film of director Sofia Coppola.
Chris.
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm going to say Lost in Translation.
Incorrect.
Vito's a film student, so this should be easy for him to get.
For the steal.
The fucking.
God
Yes,
damn.
it did start with the. You were right.
You are correct.
The Virgin Suicide.
Yes, you're both
You could have
sexist.
tied it up. You could have tied it up.
Oh my God. All right.
All right, let's
Next question. Name the instrumental song that opens Woody Allen's Manhattan.
One of the most famous songs.
Vito. Rhapsody in Blue.
Oh, shit, it's tied up!
Oh,
It is tied up.
It's fine.
Holy shit! Holy
Wow,
shit!
the comeback
Point
kid.
Vito.
This is crazy.
That's 5-5. What's this? What number question are we on, Gail?
That was question number 17.
Wow.
This is really nuts. Okay. Who is the director of the next Star Wars film?
Chris.
Go ahead, Chris. You're trying to Google.
I'm not Googling anything. The next, Ron Howard.
Oh, Ron Howard is not directing.
Ron Howard's doing the Han Solo movie.
That's it. Oh, shit.
Ryan Johnson?
It's his now.
Shit.
6-5.
Point Vito.
Oh my God. This is crazy. I'm so shocked right now. I never thought he could come back.
I didn't think anybody would care about Ryan Johnson doing that.
Wow. Okay. In Do the Right Thing, name the character who carries a boombox
Chris.
wherever.
Radio Rakim. No. Fuck. Fucking shit.
Radio Rakim.
Yes.
Yes.
You gave it to him. Dude, you didn't know Radio came in.
No, I didn't. He's.
Point Vito.
I was from Radio Rodney.
All right. So the next, well, now it's I have this is question 20. We're now 7-5.
A question, and this is the last question?
Yeah.
This question is worth 2 points.
Okay.
So Vito could win it, but is this set up as a special question?
This is a special question
Yeah. All right.
that we're gonna need 60 seconds on the clock, which I can put up. So
And they write down?
you're going to write something down. So have paper and pen ready. You will have 60 seconds on the clock to name as many actors as you can from The Godfather, Part 1.
No, that's actors and not characters, correct?
Actors.
Yeah.
Actors, not characters.
Now, what happens if they write down the wrong actor? Do they lose a point for that, or
I guess we will tally the number of correct actors.
Okay, very
and
good.
And that will be the winner.
Very exciting.
This is very exciting.
Bum, ba-da-da, na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. He is our Godfather. He is the big Bambino. He has 3 sons. They all are here. One's name is Al Pacino. Where are we on time right now?
And we are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it. Pens down. All right. Chris, since you are in second place, and how did that happen?
Ryan Johnson.
No, that's just the last. He went on a tear.
I know.
Seriously, he was lifeless. All right, read off yours.
Robert Duvall, Diane Keaton, Al Pacino, Marlon Brando, James Caan.
That's how many? Five?
Five.
Go ahead, Vito.
Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan, Talia Shire.
Yes! I got the fucking tie. We are tied up, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break and use this time to Google and look for that last question.
All right.
Look for the last question. If anyone thinks that we're setting this up for excitement value, you're wrong.
You're so wrong.
And can you imagine how your mom feels right now that this is the thing that you lost to him on?
Yeah.
The Godfather.
The Godfather, you let him get away with an extra person.
I got Talia Shire.
So you're always proud even when you do bad. It's very weird.
Looking at the bright side.
That isn't a bright side. That's still a loss.
This is the bright side.
Point Chris.
You're so annoying. You're so fucking annoying. That's the
I can't believe he never had siblings. I don't really believe it because he behaves like someone who knows how to annoy a sibling.
I think, I honestly believe that he had siblings and he ate them. We'll break back with the end of the show if you haven't tuned out already. The exciting end of the show is coming up next. This is Bennington. Salads, will they be eating them or not? All to be answered during the latest competition of Chris versus Vito. We're tied up at what score? Is it 7-7?
7-7.
And that's out of 20, which is pretty embarrassing.
Right.
Chris Stanley having an amazing comeback when you thought you had lost the game, because here's a kid named after the Godfather who can only come up in 60 seconds 4 names of people who were in the Godfather.
I know. I thought, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I thought I was a little bit sunk because, yes, him and Leslie watched the Godfather all the time.
Am I right? Neither one of you said James Caan. Am I crazy?
I
there?
know. I said James Caan. I said James Caan, Ron.
Because it seems like you would at least get the dad and the 4 children before the 3 children even before you moved on. Vito, do you remember what answer you did for the do the right thing? The person carrying the radio?
He said Radio Rakim, and then I said Radio Rakim.
If you are correct about that, Vito, that you said that, his name was Radio Rahim.
Oh,
and that was brought to us by DJ. DJ sent that in. DJ famous name.
Oh,
if
my
you
God.
are correct and we go back and listen, then there is no final question. And you shall not eat a salad between now and the new year.
That's 2.5 months of
Yeah, Chris, I know how to do fucking math.
2.5 months of farts and pizza in that office. And I won't allow you to eat anywhere else.
So he gets no food?
Unless he eats in the office with me.
Wow, I can't believe I didn't
Stop
pick
eating
that
in the
up.
office, dude. It's so gross.
He does eat in the office.
It's so gross.
He said Radio Rock. It was a K in there, Ron.
Yeah, it was.
I did it on purpose. I threw him off.
No, you didn't.
If that is correct, Vito, I'm sorry the contest is over.
Oh, no.
And I hate to end on a bummer like that.
I
but
know.
Without our integrity,
we're nothing.
Who
Yeah,
are we?
You're right.
Who are we at that point?
Animals.
I wouldn't say that we're animals. We just made a mistake. I mean, I could easily go and make another 2-point question, but the game ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Vito lying. I mean,
I didn't
basically,
lie.
I mean, you purposely went out of your way.
No, I thought that was the answer.
Whose name is Rakim? That doesn't even make sense. It's always Raheem.
He's talking about how he loves Spike Lee yesterday when he got game and how much he loves. And he doesn't even know fucking Radio Raheem.
You got the name wrong, too, so why don't you
I
shut
did that
up?
on purpose.
Okay, here we go.
That's how it happens.
They're not having
Mind tricks.
fun.
wasn't a mind game. You would have just gotten the answer right, and then you would have won that way. You wouldn't do that on purpose. That doesn't make sense.
We would have made the last question 3 points then.
Yeah. And they'd be up 10 to
Now,
7.
you actually had to come back in that last one. That's right.
Yeah.
You would have been probably sitting all alone at 19, just fucking not a care in the world.
Yeah.
And my question that I had looked up was on the movie Major League.
Oh, no. We don't know so much about Major League.
He's never going to get to show that knowledge off.
Let me tell you something. And Tracy Morgan said this to me. Some people are afraid of heights. It means they can't take the pressure. They cannot take the pressure. And Vito, if you showed anything today, it was getting shaken during the pressure.
I came back from all the pressure.
Why have to come back? Fucking get out front and stay there.
Yeah.
Like Tracy Morgan did.
You got shook up like a brunch margarita.
Here's another thing Tracy did down there that night that this was like amazing to me. Like, so he meets a guy on the street, and the guy is like, "Oh man, I'm your biggest fan," and Tracy's hugging him and all. And then the guy says, "Could you sign something for me?" And Tracy's like, "I'd love to sign something." He goes, "Just write it to my son David." And Tracy does this. "I don't personalize."
Oh my God.
He's not ever going to personalize an autograph.
He will not
You
personalize.
just get the Tracy Morgan and nothing else. Vito, I am.
Can we just do an asterisk?
No, man, this ain't fucking Bonds.
What?
What?
The home run record.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got it.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Got it. I thought we meant James Bond, and I was confused.
In sports, when it's like we already moved on past the whistle, you can't replay. You can't challenge a play after the whistle.
Look around here. This isn't sports. If you're trying to lie your way out of this
Both
or
of them
con
seem
your way
to
out of it,
reference a rule book that doesn't exist.
This is the
I've
World
noticed.
Trivia Organization League. All right. This is you lost, Vito. It's fine. You said Radio Rakim when it's Radio.
You said Radio
Rakim.
Rakim.
And I got a bunch of other questions.
I was closer than you.
but that doesn't matter,
there
Vito.
was-
You
yeah.
lost.
Right,
But he's
right.
being such a
catch
dick
that you
about it.
said
He was
right.
wrong on the
You know
same
why
question.
he's being a dick about it?
Okay.
He won. When someone is a dick about things, it's okay if they won.
Thank
it's
you.
wrong if they lost.
Thank you, Ron.
Look, if you got a problem with anybody, it's DJ Famous name. Because
Yeah.
he's the one who fucking busted you in your lie.
This guy, DJ Famous didn't help me out for this.
Port Chris.
What a way for this to end for you, Vito.
So no salads, no grilled chicken for 2.5 months.
We said no salad. We never said no.
Oh
grilled
my
chicken.
God! Doesn't he understand? To the riches go the spoils.
And I'm getting spoiled right now. All right. With all the good.
I don't like you as a winner.
I'm great as a winner.
No,
What are you
you're-
talking about?
Then you should have beat him.
Yeah.
Then you should have beat him.
Yeah. Why don't you know anything about The Graduate or The Godfather
The Graduate.
or Network?
First, let me say this: the Mike Nichols did impress me.
Yeah, I was shocked when
I didn't think
got-
you knew who Mike Nichols was.
And when you said it, I was like, "Well, he's going to win handedly."
Yeah.
Because I had my money on Vito from the beginning.
Well, Vito went to film school.
Yeah, of course.
But
it
here's
makes
the
sense.
thing that I know about Vito: he is afraid of heights. He's a choker. The Godfather, your family movie.
Yeah, I mean, we could even sit here and go.
How many times have you seen that movie, you think, in your life? Be honest.
Probably like 10 times.
Only 10.
That's it?
A family movie.
You're named after this movie.
Chris saw it once.
Yeah.
And he walked out of it. That's why you only got 5.
Thank you. I was like, this is bullshit. Too Italian.
By the way, you're going to be eating Italian every day.
Oh, that's
pastas. You're going to have fine pastas and cream puffs.
Sauce and cheese.
Just so much melted cheese.
And
It's
nice
gonna-
bread.
It's going to taste
Yeah, you got to have
good.
some bread.
get
Use
a
the
nice-
bread, just sop it up.
Get the gravy.
Sop it up.
I guess
You ready to stop?
Stop it.
Why? Stop what?
It's fun with them. With you, it's just fucking.
You sound like a sore loser.
Yeah. He's a sore loser because he tired of hearing this?
Port Chris.
I made that.
You try to use it against me. Try to embarrass me.
You can't use his farts against him.
He's proud of them, I guess. It seemed to make him stronger.
I should have known that farts
Look,
make him
can I
strong.
just tell you something, Vito? Every once in a while, you run into somebody who's better than you at anything, right? And that's fucking Chris with you. That's okay.
He's not better than me at everything. He beat me one time on a good day.
Good day? You called this a good day for you?
For him, he beat me on a good day.
You're not even making
Every
sense
day's a
now.
good day for
No,
me.
it's not.
Thank you for explaining that to Vito. Well,
And this cost you the chance to be on Big Brothers. You should have never bet these things.
yeah. It's going to be me and...
I didn't bet the big bro. I bet salad. I guess at one point that came up.
You brought it up.
I brought up salad against him. I didn't bring up salad on my
Why
end.
would somebody say, "Oh, this will be against you, but not against me"?
Vito, you did put the salads out there.
I put the salads on the table, but I didn't put the grilled chicken or the pasta every day, or now the losing Big Brothers. None of that was.
Somebody sounds like a red ass right now. Somebody
Yeah.
sounds like a sore loser.
Wonderful.
This is a fucking time where you find your character, whether you're the stand tall with your chin up high.
Give me another fucking competition with him, and
Dude, why isn't then the Cleveland Indians yelling, "Let's play fucking keep on playing to see if the Yankees beat us"?
They're at home jacking off.
They have chicks. They don't have to jack off.
Still men, Vito. Chris, God.
I feel pretty good. I don't know about everybody else.
This is Laura in Toronto. Laura.
So I know you guys aren't watching your show account Instagram, or we would be talking about it all day, every day.
You know what? I don't get an alert for the Instagram, so I didn't see it go off.
There's a big fat guy with a wig making live videos every night. He smokes like this. His shirt's undone. He wears sunglasses at night.
Why are you saying he wears a wig?
I think it's a wig.
People think I have fake teeth. They think I have fake hair. It's all real.
Well, why would you pick that hair and teeth if they were fake?
That too. I just like a crazy person.
Instagram account.
Your smoking is weird.
It's
the fact that you take little puffs and you French inhale each one.
I've always found you to be a very weird smoker.
And this is on a Instagram account, Bennington SXM. But yeah, I'm having a good time on there.
How come I don't get alerts like I used to when you did Periscope?
It doesn't really do alerts on Instagram, does it?
Whenever I start the Instagram account, it says alerting your followers.
Oh, maybe I'm not following.
If you're following the account and you can't be signed on onto that account, maybe. So if you're signed on under that account, you might not get the alert.
I don't know if
No, because I don't. But maybe I don't have alerts on for Instagram.
Yeah, push notifications.
It alerts his signed on followers who he swears at.
I don't curse at people.
Sounds like you do.
I curse at the world around me, maybe, but not at the
What's
Instagram
this wig
followers.
that you're wearing on this show?
I have. This is fucking real hair. It's not a wig. It's from my own head.
There's still one up from last night. You can watch it.
Yeah. All right, put it on now, Chris.
Not sure if you can watch it from a desktop, but
Oh my God! See what I mean? This thing's a fucking nightmare.
Yes,
it's
you
a
can.
mobile
He's
world.
a liar.
It's a mobile world.
Now those are just pictures.
Yeah, these are just pictures.
Dude, why don't we update the Instagram? You were going to be our social media guy, and we never update the fucking Instagram, Vito.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find a way to watch. I'll figure this out, but I don't see a way how to watch video off a desktop. I can play it off my phone.
Vito, now that you're not going to be wasting all your fucking time with salads, why can't you jump on the Instagram? That thing should be smoking. We got the hottest Instagram star in the fucking country, Chris Stanley.
With my great wig.
And he's like the movie trivia fucking champion.
No one can beat me.
He won one trivia game. Doesn't make him.
How many have you won, Vito?
That's the only one that's being played this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes him the champion.
Forever. At least 2017.
Now he's going to take 6-7 months off to relax, enjoy himself.
We watch a couple movies, get some new facts in my
imagine how
head.
greid your life would be if you would have won that.
I'd be eating salads. I'd be.
That sounds
fucking
terrible.
Make fucking friends with salads.
I'd be champ, and I wouldn't be sitting here like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's right. Especially The Godfather, your family movie that you only saw 10 times.
I know. How's that possible?
I don't know. There's fucking hayseeds up in the fucking hills that have never been near a movie theater before, seen in 11.
I remember the day my parents bought a VCR. As soon as they plugged it into the TV, they went across the street to the video store, rented The Godfather.
Sure.
Like immediately. That was the first thing they had to do. They had to have access to watching The Godfather as many times as
Were
they
you
could.
all excited?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, sure. It was the fucking 1997. Why wouldn't you be so
It's so sad.
I never liked being named after it.
So now you're blaming your mom for your
No, I'm not blaming my mom. I love my mom very much.
Oh, Leslie.
Well, you let her down today.
Do you feel like you've let your mom down?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking hear about this the second I get home.
You should. Then remember, no salads at home.
Yeah,
Let her know.
I'm going to text Leslie.
No, don't. You will not text my mom.
Why not?
I don't want you having my mom's number.
Weirdly enough, she's dating a guy named Tex now. She wears a big old cowboy hat.
It's pretty cool.
This was a harsh day for you, Vito. And you know what? I so much wanted that last question, and I was going for a quote or maybe two quotes that Gail and I could act out together, make it really cinematic. And then we had to find out that you're yelling out the wrong name in the middle of the show.
Just lying about shit.
DJ Famous name. Fucking busted you for what you are.
DJ
Another
Famous name.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, DJ Famous name has a fucking enemy for life. So
You should be yourself should be an enemy for life because you're the one who got it wrong.
You got it wrong too.
Yeah, but I got a bunch of other shit right.
Point Chris.
Tell me the truth. When this came up yesterday, were you sure you were going to win? I mean, you went to film school.
I was 100% sure.
You're a director. You're a writer. You're a producer.
I was 100% sure. I felt like I was going to win walking into this room. And then when I fucking came back from what I was down 5-1, when I came back from that, when I came up 7-5, I thought I had this thing in the fucking bag.
No. You weren't even close.
No.
At the time it was 7-5, it was really 7-4, out of reach. And if it was 7-4, I would have made that last question, 3 points, whatever it was.
Yeah.
God damn it, Vito.
Just take that bust illusion.
And
though.
salad is fucking healthy. You know that, right?
I know, it's very
And you're
healthy.
taking the healthy thing out of your life.
And now I'm eating pasta every day.
Maybe it's bad for you, but it's deliciously bad for you.
So good and carby.
Yeah. I'm not going to enjoy it.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't.
Look, you know something, Vito? Stop sulking and start thinking how you can make yourself a better person through pasta. You know what I mean? What you can learn from this chapter in your life.
I guess
how you can be more like Chris. Find your inner Chris.
Yeah.
That fucking guy's a winner.
Thank you. Big time. I'm a big time winner, just like the New York Yankees. What happened to the Mets this season, Vito?
What they called Vito Caliste.
They Caliste themselves.
They Caliste the bed. Let's face
it. The Mets were out of it from fucking June.
Here's the other thing, dude. You can't be friends with the girls. You can't talk to them.
No.
For the rest of the year.
That's so sad.
You can't talk to Roland anymore, and you can't talk to anybody in the hall.
No.
Can I talk to Paul?
Absolutely not.
No.
Damn it.
You can only talk to me if I feel like talking.
That's true. I like if you have a message from Paul, it has to go through Chris.
Yeah.
Dan Spaventa?
I'm going to miss you, Vito.
Who's Dan Spaventa?
Cool Disco Dan?
Oh, the Gossip Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
The Gossip Man.
Cut off, Vito.
So I have no friends in the building anymore.
Or outside the building.
Yeah. Also, I want your cell phone.
No, I'm not
I
giving
want
you
to delete all your phone numbers except
Give
mine.
him your cell phone. Let's be fucking fair. Be a man
Vito?
about this. Give him your cell phone.
Give it to me. And give me the
Sorry
password.
this had to
too.
happen, but what's fair is fair.
Give me the password.
That's what you bet.
Yeah. I'm going to delete your Facebook account too.
No,
just to
don't,
make sure.
why would you do that?
Because for the next, then you can rebuild it a month and a half from now.
What do you mean rebuild it? This isn't my space.
Did you let Jen know you won't be
snap.
going after salads anymore?
Hey, Jen.
Hey, you're not allowed to talk to her.
Oh, fuck.
You got to go through Chris.
So what would you like to say to Jen?
Could you tell Jen that I won't be able to go to Roast or Little Beat or Cafe Metro anymore?
Hey, Jen, Vito's not going to go to any of those shitty salad places anymore with you.
See, I wouldn't have been mean to Jen.
Because he
like
doesn't like you.
Because he hates you.
Sorry, Jen. Sorry you had to hear the truth.
He says a lot of bad stuff.
I don't say.
You're not around.
Could you tell her I don't say anything bad about
You
her?
said that she has a rep.
Oh, my
She's got
God.
herself a
You said that?
reputation.
Chris, tell her I never said that she has a rep.
I don't
And
feel
people
like
think that
talking to
she's
you
a
right
narc.
now. Yeah, Jen. He said telling everyone you're a narc.
Chris, tell her that I didn't say that, please.
Can't.
Jen's like this. What would be bad about that?
Narcotics, so.
Yeah.
It seems good.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
It's a great day for me though.
Oh, it is great.
Yeah, we met for Vito.
Who?
Hey, we heard back from Tito yesterday. Just so happy about the book.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so exciting.
Love Tito and Beth. Heard back from Beth today as well. Everyone's very happy.
Sure. The people at Tito's, and they're dog people too, but they like to know that somebody went out and they're living their dream.
I know. It's a really sweet thing.
Have you started on the book yet?
I have, yeah. I read the first 2 chapters.
What do you think?
I think it's great. It's fantastic. And by chapter 2, I don't want to spoil anything, but by chapter 2, he writes is something that I would say is the kind of thing that gets books banned from young people.
Really?
Yes.
Saucy.
Very a saucy sauce.
I love sauce.
Okay, weird. But talking about sex, and it's anyway. Very sexy. I don't want to spoil too much, but it is girl oral. That's all I'm going to say.
Girl on girl oral?
No, guy on girl.
Oral. Coming up on Monday, your chance to go to Unmasked. It's going to be a fun one.
That's Judah Friedlander Unmasked happening Monday, October 23rd, 8 p.m. at the Stand in New York City. Go to the ibang.com for a chance at free tickets. Judah's new special, Judah Friedlander, America is the Greatest Country in the United States, comes out Tuesday, October 31st on Netflix.
And this special is so damn funny.
Yeah, you love it.
So damn funny. All shot in black and white, all with these cameras, all kind of like, it's not the, you're not seeing a bunch of audience with things. You didn't try it. It's at a comedy club. It's at the Cellar. It's fucking great. Really, really great. Hey, Chuck in Boston, what's up?
Yeah, I think because Vito lost, you should make him say the phrase, close but no salad, every day until Christmas.
Oh, I like that.
Really good.
Anytime you say something, close but no salad.
That's a great punishment.
I just have to say that at the end of every sentence?
I got a spy report.
Spy report. Spy report.
Vito, you don't get to do the spy report stuff. It's Jen now. She's a salad eater, and I can trust her.
Yeah, healthy.
Spy report. Spy report.
Renewed for season 3. Better Things.
Oh, yeah! I love it!
My favorite TV show in the world.
Woo-hoo!
Renewed season 3.
I love Pamela so much.
Yeah, she's amazing. That show's amazing. It's on tonight.
Yeah, I can't wait.
On FX or Fix, as I call it in my home. So you're off to live in the wilderness for the next 2 months, Vito.
That was never...
I think you're going to learn something about yourself.
In the wilderness?
Yes, in the wilderness. People do that all the time. They go out in the wilderness just with their own thoughts. And they see that they have the ability to survive. You survive or you die. A lot of people in the wilderness will end up eating leaves. You can't do that. That's salad. You're going to have to eat raw meat.
Yeah. You have to murder something.
Okay. Do you consider it murder when you kill an animal? I don't think it is if it's self-defense. I think if you're attacked by a badger and you shoot it, you have every right to eat that animal.
But I can't cook it.
Why would you cook it? Where are you getting fire from?
I don't know. I can make a fire.
How?
I doubt that.
With wood.
And then what?
You take wood, you take a rock, and then you go.
You hit a
I'll tell you
piece of
what,
wood with rocks.
You can sit here for fucking a month and you're not going to like that like that.
2 rocks.
Yes, we understand how it's done.
Spark.
Did you ever watch Survivor? They have the shit and they can't even get it going. They have flint. They're still sitting around. You have no understanding of this thing that you're taking on alone for 2 months.
Yep. It was a month ago, 5 seconds.
End of year.
Why would it be a month?
That's a month ago.
It's the end of the year. Everything we do is end of the year from this point on.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to miss the Thanksgiving show.
Oh, that's so sad. No.
I should have won that competition, bro.
You did win.
Tim in Toronto.
Hey, guys. If you guys really want some high-stakes drama, what I think you should do is go back to that same question you had, and winner takes all, no salad for a year or nothing, like a double or nothing situation.
A year?
Why set up a loser to lose again? You know what I mean? Like, there'll be no interest in this contest at all.
Yeah.
Because Vito proved that he doesn't know movies.
I know movies very well.
This also interested me. I've been watching Twitter. 100% of the people were pulling for Chris.
Really?
100%.
I like to hear that.
Really?
I like that. Like to know.
You know why? Because Chris is annoying, but he brings some fun. And they're saying Vito has never brought the fun. And that is true.
Shit.
Remember the other day you were screaming at a listener?
I got a little heated at somebody because they lied about me, and I don't like being lied about.
They didn't lie about you. They told the truth about you.
And you were upset that they told the truth?
What they said to me, what I said to them on the phone is not what they told to you guys.
These are the details that bore listeners. You got to think of something fun and creative. You just can't go down to, let me go over the minutiae of everything. That's fucking Larry David stuff. You know what I mean? You want to be the next fucking Larry David? Is that what you want in your life?
You don't want that.
I thought I did until right now.
Thought I did, he said. That's what we're going to write on your goddamn tombstone. I thought I did.
Wow, I'm going to die pretty soon in the wilderness.
Wham, 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 wham. Go ahead, keep whining. The fucking listeners love a whiny fucking thing going on.
Boo-hoo, I can't eat salad.
Jen, if I was you, I'd break up with him. Are you guys dating?
Oh, no.
Vito told me that you guys were dating. He told me that for the last year.
Chris, tell Jen that I never said that.
Wait, is he screaming about me, Chris?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Jen, he said he's dating you.
That's awkward.
And he said he got the third base.
Oh, my God. Why would he say something like
Jen,
that?
he said he hit a triple. And he was going home, but he got waved off.
Jen, just think of all the salads we've shared together, and he was talking like that about you. That hurts me.
It's disappointing.
He said he would have finished, but it was red tide.
Oh,
Chris, please tell her I didn't say that.
Jen, he said the words red tide.
Oh, gosh.
You're not a good messenger. Chris, just tell her that I didn't say that.
Listen to him whine. Stop fucking whining and start being creative, dude. That's your thing. Say something funny.
I don't know. I'm fucking...
Oh,
I lost everything today.
Yeah. Today was a losing day for you. Up to today, you were the young winner.
Looks like the old salt got one.
I don't know what that means.
Poor Chris.
There is a video up on the iBang of Vito taking his homework home and the kids on the bus. Saw him do this. So, give me the background of this, because I know nothing about this, but this is my favorite video I've seen in a long. This is the one video that reminds me of being a kid. Like, this is as good as being a kid. So, this kid gets off his school bus, and and I knew kids like this. The school bus would stop in front of their house. That's how fucking weird their life was. A school bus never stopped in front of my house, ever, once. And he gets out. He loses his papers. He falls down or something, and all his papers start blowing down the street. And the kids on the bus are as happy as children can be. So let's go ahead and play this, Chris. There he is. Fatty falls down. Now, you gotta help. Is that a little girl laughing that hard?
I think
that a guy?
I think it's a little boy.
That's the highest voice you could ever have.
I'm pretty sure that's a little boy who has a very high-pitched shrieking laugh.
He spills his homework. The wind is blowing. All of his papers are blowing down the street at the same speed as the bus. And Fatty's chasing it. He can't get near it.
He's just laid out, collapsed, trying. Just the phrase, your homework.
The most important thing to a child.
Your homework.
I mean, that stuff isn't even findable.
No, it's gone, dude. It's gone.
Look how far away it's blown from his house.
I think I saw a report card in there, too.
Like, what kind of spill does he take, too? He goes fucking...
Look at him. He falls all the time. What's the title of this for people who want to say it on the iBang?
All right, the title of this is... I believe this kid should move out of this neighborhood because he'll never be able to live this down.
Jesus Christ.
Long title.
Fucking stupid title. Not only will he live it down, he's a legend now. This kid is going to fucking hang out with people that are going to make fun of him, and his life is enjoyable. He coalesced this whole fucking thing. So you think that's a little boy laughing
I
that
think
loud?
that's a little boy, a pre-puberty little boy with a very high-pitched laugh.
Did you guys have high voices before you hit puberty?
I don't remember having a high voice.
Yeah, I did.
Me too. Mine was enough that my family would be annoyed, just like, ooh.
Stop
it. And then your uncle, RJ, had the highest voice.
Yeah.
The highest voice you could imagine. Isn't that bizarre that boys start off with girls' voices?
I know. It's really... And then you know what happens? There's a thing that happens to all little boys, and I've noticed this so much in my family. When just before puberty, like their voice starts to get slightly lower, and then they just sound like their mom for 6 months. Because they're not quite sounding like a little kid, but they haven't moved into man voice.
Right.
So they just sound like older female.
Right, because older females are kind of masculine.
Right. So it's like that's the halfway point.
I can guarantee you somebody who never had a high voice was Dan Soder.
No.
His voice on stage. Like he actually doesn't like his voice.
Really?
No, he doesn't like it. He knows that it's creepy and weird and it sounds like a psycho killer.
But he does so many impressions. Just like at that point, just pick a different one.
He never does impressions on stage.
Oh, he doesn't?
Never. Surprising.
That's crazy.
We going out for salads today, guys?
I mean, I always like to have a salad in the afternoon.
I'm going to go to Pasta Lovers today.
That sounds good.
They look like they have a really nice happy hour, I believe. So I'll be at Pasta Lovers if you guys want to stop in and say hi.
No, I'm actually watching what I'm eating right now.
I was watching what I ate for a long time.
Love a good heavy pasta.
Vito, what was your story today about the most hated people in the NFL?
Oh, so the NFL did a players poll where
I love a players poll.
They went to 155 different players, asked them things like who you think is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL, who talks the most trash.
Let's try to guess. Now, what quarterback talks the most trash?
Yes.
Because of dapping, I'm going to probably say Cam.
Yeah.
I mean, his
he
thing
seems
gets
like
obnoxious.
he would be like, and he's also... People who do that tend to be like sore losers, and I remember seeing
Like
Cam
Vito.
lose and being like, "Oh, he's probably also a smack talker."
You know, the great thing about Chris is he's a dignified winner.
Yeah, it surprises me.
Thank you, guys.
That was dignified before?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He kept playing the fart noise and yelling at me. That didn't seem very dignified, but that's just one man's opinion.
No, that was happiness in my voice, he heard.
Tell us all the people that are despised by the other players.
All right, so Cam Newton, 26% of the vote. Aaron Rodgers, 17%.
Aaron Rodgers, I know the Eagles didn't like him because he was laughing and shit when they were running up.
I wouldn't have expected Aaron Rodgers to be a trash
No,
talker.
he is I saw him doing it with Dallas last week, too. He's like, I wish we could play every Super Bowl in Dallas. Loving the weather up here. I don't know what you got in the water.
And then Tom Brady was 16%.
Really?
Yeah. Seems like he's just a dude that just goes in there and does his thing and doesn't do much else than that.
What about Phillip Rivers? He's a dick.
Phillip Rivers was he was on the who you would least like to have as a teammate.
Wow.
He came in number 3 for that with 6% of the vote. Top 2, number 1, Jay Cutler with 42%.
Wow. That's massive. Those are Trump numbers.
And one of the comments a player said was, that guy doesn't even look like he wants to be playing.
No, he doesn't.
And then Cam Newton, 6%.
Eli
That's a
also
big drop,
never looks
too.
to me like he wants to be playing.
Eli Manning took most overrated quarterback.
Come on.
Who rated him high to begin with?
And then Andrew Luck, 11% most overrated.
Ooh.
Joe Flacco, 10%. And then Jay Cutler and Sam Bradford at 7%. But neither of them, like Eli, I never really thought were getting some high praise.
Well, Bradford is liked, and then he gets hurt. He plays good, and then he gets hurt. And now Minnesota doesn't even want him back after they went and traded all this. The same thing happened with the Eagles. They traded for him. They got him, and then they're like, how can we get rid of this guy?
Yeah, they freaked out when Bridgewater got injured. Now Bridgewater's coming back. It's like they didn't think that maybe this guy's going to come back, injured quarterback.
They're going with Bridgewater, the kid they're using now.
McCown's playing right now, but Bridgewater just got reactivated. So people are thinking, oh, is not Bridgewater going to be a starting quarterback if he's healthy? Strange.
Man, what was wrong with him that it took this long?
ACL, if I remember correctly.
That's nothing.
Right? In 2017?
I blew up both ACLs, both knees. I ran the New York Marathon 4 days after that.
What? Oh my God. That's
screaming the whole time. Just terrible pain. Most of it I was crawling. Finally, I just came up with running on my hands. And I invented that. And I ended up finishing 12th out of the medal.
Still 12.
Really good. You go that far in your hands, you want to get some kind of thing to hang around your neck. It would have just fallen off anyway. What am I talking about when you're running on your hands like that? Tim Dillon's going for the marathon now.
Well, he's been training.
Yeah. You doing any training at all, Vito?
Yeah, I go to the gym 4 days a week.
That's got to stop now.
Yeah.
They just hit me with another fee, so it just feels like I'm throwing money out the door if I can't go.
I'll take your gym.
Gail was with me when I dealt with them on the phone yesterday. It was a terrible phone conversation.
He was very upset about it.
Were you yelling at him?
I was keeping it calm, but they just didn't give a fuck. Like, this is the third fee they've charged me in the past 2 weeks. $60 for a conversion fee for the luxury to pay $50 a month. I was paying $65. Sirius started a corporate account with them. So for the luxury to pay less per month, I have to pay $60.
You work out here in the building?
Yeah, I work out in the lobby downstairs.
Oh, in the lobby.
Well, not in the lobby. There's a New York Sports Club in the lobby.
That isn't the lobby. That's the first floor.
Let's go.
So it's $60 a month?
No, it's $50, but they're charging me a $60 one-time fee for the luxury of changing my membership from $65 to $50.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it.
And then they charge me
in a matter of 4 months. You're all made up.
But a month and a half ago, they charged me an $80 annual fee.
Well, you knew that was coming.
No, I didn't. Nobody told me that was coming.
It's coming every year.
I only been a member for a year, so I didn't know that was happening.
Get ready, it's coming back up again.
And then they didn't tell me my credit card changed and that they weren't charging me, so then they hit me with like $70 in late fees that I didn't know I wasn't paying.
This is the kind of whining that people don't like to hear, okay? They want an up guy, a fun guy, all right?
Try actually being there when he's on the phone.
Ugh, I can't imagine.
I was being nothing but nice to them.
Nothing but nice. That's the way you should treat every individual. Had nothing to do with this person who made the call. They're in the same corporate fucking maze that you're in, Vito.
Uh-huh.
She seemed to think I had a personal issue with her, and I tried to make it clear I didn't.
It's the way you talk to people, you know?
I wasn't talking down to her. I was talking up.
Then, look, let me teach you something about communication, all right? Communication can only be measured by the reaction that it elicits, all right? So, if Chris is mad at you, you're doing a bad job communicating. If Chris is happy with you, you're doing a great job communicating.
Chris gets mad about everything.
Now, you're making a fucking list of excuses, dude.
He's projecting onto me, Ron.
I didn't even think of that, but you may be right.
Yeah.
He's mad at himself. He's mad at the man in the mirror. The man who fucking lost that contest.
I'm very mad at the man in the mirror, but...
Man doesn't know shit about movies.
Man does know shit about movies.
Stop saying man. Everyone stop saying man.
Why didn't that man win the contest?
Please stop referring to yourself as man.
All right. Hold on, here's Eric. Eric, what's up?
Yeah, maybe this will help cheer you up, Vito, considering Chris said about 4 wrong statements in a 30-second tirade about the Vikings. He got just about everything wrong.
I thought he did.
What did I get wrong?
First of all, the quarterback who's currently playing is Case Keenum. McCown doesn't play for the Vikings.
I get it mixed up.
Teddy Bridgewater isn't coming back to start. He's just off IR.
Yeah, he's off.
He didn't have a torn ACL. He had a dislocated kneecap, which almost no one has ever come back from.
I'm way off. It's crazy. The fucking starting quarterback's coming back off.
I'm going to send you into the pretty good.
Yeah.
Fucking A. I've been trying for months.
Yes, you deserve.
Yeah,
Because
good
Chris
job,
Stanley,
Eric.
you just cost this show something. 4 things wrong that quickly.
Come on, football boy.
Oh, please. What? Give me
Dude,
a
is
give
that
me a
supposed to be racism?
Yeah.
No.
He ain't a boy, he's a man, and he believes in the promised land.
There was no racism.
By the way, to point that out to you, it's Springsteen. Another thing that you should know, claim to know,
Oh, no.
but apparently don't.
Those you know, Steven Van Zandt is.
That's true. You got called out on that the other day.
Yeah, and then you physically
That
attacked
was
someone.
I didn't physically attack anybody.
That was weird that you didn't know who Steven Van Zandt was.
I don't want to get caught
He
up.
didn't even know his original nickname.
I do know it's Miami Steve.
Yeah, where'd you learn it from?
From you.
After making it what? Wrong. This is why I have to kowtow to this fucking guy over here. You had your chance to move up in the world.
I'm here sitting pretty on top.
You had a high noon situation, and you got on your fucking knees and licked that balls.
Why'd you do
And
that?
sucked the D.
Yeah, I don't want to even say that. On Thrillist is greatest band in every state, but I don't think that we have a band. If somebody died, our president would cry, and Justin Trudeau was crying yesterday.
I was watching it, so moved, and also thinking this is the most Canadian moment of all time. Like the sweetest thing ever.
He fucking loved that dude.
I know.
We don't have that in this country.
No, I don't think that there's any artist that could go that would move Trump to tears.
And then I think Trump was on the phone with a Gold Star mother, telling her to suck it up.
Yeah,
I saw the same with a Gold Star mother, saying the worst thing I've ever been called in my life is a Gold Star mother. I don't like this place that you put me. Oh, you got Trudeau?
Yeah.
I just play him.
We are less as a country without Gord Downie in it. And we all knew it was coming, but we hoped it wasn't. And I thought I was going to make it through this, but I'm not. It hurts. Mes amis québécois.
Literally his face is soaked. He's been crying like I've never seen before. And Chris, you wrote this up for the iBang. You can go check this out at the iBang when it's like, see a prime minister just lose their shit. But you said, wait till Neil Young dies, what will you do? This is different. These are guys that didn't leave Canada. Most people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we got a career. Let me get out of Canada. These dudes stayed.
Yeah.
They were really Canadian.
That's why they're so loved there.
And I guess Gord was doing a lot of stuff for the natives, the indigenous people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never saw. And then I was looking at some of the Canadians that were writing shit about him. They go, I hope that he can read my eulogy one day because that's all that he's good at. Like, the dude's already crying. Let's give him a fucking day or two.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Give him a break.
Thrillist has done a best band from every state. That's up on the iBang right now. Gail, did you look this over? And
I
are
did.
you a fan?
I looked it over, and I feel like there are quite a few controversial entries.
No, this is all time, right?
This is all time.
So let's go to New York.
New York was the first thing that I checked out. Now, who do you think they're going to say? What would be, to you, the most obvious answer? Let's put it that way.
I'm leaning Velvet Underground, but I could understand if it went Kiss. You could easily do the Ramones. You could do Jay-Z. If they're doing rock stars and not just bands.
They are including solo artists as well. Now, all of these I guessed as well. Thrillist went with television as New York Trade. Now, I love television, but I'm shocked that they would take that spot from not only Velvet Underground, not only Ramones, New York Dolls, but then you also have to think Public Enemy, Beastie Boys, The Strokes. It's like they're doing everything. It's not just rock bands. It's not Wu-Tang Clan. It's pretty amazing. And I love television.
I love television too, but they're not known outside the Lower East Side.
Exactly. So that's why I was incredibly shocked.
Let's see if we can guess. I'm gonna take an easy one and say Delaware. And I want to give that to George Thorogood and the Delaware Destroyers.
The answer is George Thorogood. Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Now, I don't know whether you're going to, let's say, the state of Georgia. I think you're going to give that to the Allman Brothers Band.
Now, my guess when I was going through this was REM, was my guess.
That's a good guess.
I was thinking, it's got to be REM.
Yeah.
You're saying yes to Allman Brothers and yes to REM. You can't be like that.
Allman Brothers.
What did they pick?
They went with Outkast for Georgia's greatest group.
Atlanta.
And that one really shocked me. I was surprised about that one.
All right. Florida. Skinner Boys. They may end up picking Jimmy Buffett, though.
Did not pick the Skinner Boys. Did not pick Jimmy Buffett. But they did pick Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. They stopped. I mean, before they even made their first record, they had left Florida, though. You know what I mean? But I don't have a problem with that.
I know, but I felt fine with it.
Let's go Texas. I'm going to pick ZZ Top, Tres Hombres, that little old band from Texas.
ZZ Top, not the correct answer.
Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Stevie Ray Vaughan did not make their number one band from Texas.
Is it a country act?
It is not a country act,
It's a rock and roll band.
It is not a rock and roll band.
Hip hop.
Wouldn't say no, not really hip hop.
You're going to have to just give us Texas.
It is Destiny's Child.
But Destiny's Child, I mean, like, they got out of Texas the fucking second they could.
But then, at that point, why not just say Beyonce?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to say who
You're
is
right.
Texas' greatest, kind of strange to go Destiny's Child as opposed to just saying Beyonce, if that's where your head was at.
Here's the hardest one of all, California.
California is a tricky one.
Because
You've got so many.
You've got the Bay Area scene. What do you keep typing? You trying to fucking Google this and get around this? So you could always go Grateful Dead.
Yes.
You could go Los Angeles, California, home of the Doors. You could do the Byrds. You could do the Eagles. Is it someone newer?
It is not someone newer. You are in the right time period.
The way this list was going, I'd say NWA.
It's not going that way, and you're being a fucking
That's
racist.
racism just because you saw people of color on the list.
Could be the Beach Boys.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
Went with the Beach Boys.
Yeah,
That one, I thought, okay, that makes sense.
It does make sense, but I just brought up a bunch of other bands that it could have been. All right, let's pick another state. Let's pick Michigan.
That's a good one. Right.
Kid Rock?
Over Eminem?
Ooh.
Neither of those.
What?
The other thing is we could be running against the wind. There's a lot of great fucking bands that came out of Detroit. We could pick any of the Motown people.
I think that would be wise.
Supremes?
Not the Supremes.
Temptations.
The Temptations.
Man, the Temptations were not a bigger band than the Supremes, though.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
Would you say how about this? Not bigger, but would you say the Temptations is a better band than the Supremes?
No, I don't believe that.
Okay.
I think the
I agree.
Supremes are the queens. If we were going to a show, the fucking Temps would be opening for the Supremes. I don't give a shit what anybody says. and I love the Temptations. All right, let's pick another state.
Why don't we go to Washington State?
You got to grunge it up there, right? So you only got two real choices. You got Nirvana or you got Pearl Jam.
Neither One of those.
Soundgarden?
Which I was really...
I guess Screaming Trees?
Really surprised.
Jimi Hendrix?
No, none of these. This is another one that I was surprised what they picked.
The Sonics?
They went with Sleater Kinney as Washington's greatest band.
All right, Thrillist. I get the whole hipster thing. It's fun to be a hipster.
I love Sleater Kinney, but
Yes.
I would not, if I was making this list, I would not say the definitive best band from Washington.
This is like the Beatles not winning the biggest band from Liverpool.
I mean, it's on purpose that they don't give it to someone grunge. It's very purposeful.
All right, let's go Illinois.
All right.
Kanye.
Going to Illinois.
Do you really think that Kanye is like a Chicago guy now, though? Because I put him with those people that once he moves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think his the first few albums were enough about that, and he still helped Chicago grow
Is it
talent.
Kanye?
It is not Kanye.
Of course not. You got to still hear fucking the ex-salad eater talking about shit like this. Could it be the band Chicago?
It is not the band Chicago.
Are we going to be surprised by this one?
I think it's an interesting pick, but I think not out of.
Is it from the world of hibbity hop?
No, it is not from the world of hibbity.
It's straight
hop.
rock.
No, I would not say that.
Is it Styx?
Not Styx. Now, my pick was Cheap Trick.
That's my pick too.
That's who I would pick.
But my pick is always Cheap Trick, no matter what we're talking about. Give it to us. Give us Illinois.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I didn't even know they were from Illinois.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with anybody picking Earth, Wind, and Fire. For
Totally
anything.
fine.
Yeah.
Totally understandable. All right, what is another big music? Because now there's like a lot
Well,
of
Minnesota.
Okay.
And you got either the Replacements or Prince and the Revolution.
You are correct. It is one of those two.
Prince.
It is Prince and the Revolution.
Let's go Memphis, Tennessee. Or let's just go Tennessee because you got Nashville and Memphis in that state. So the amount of acts that you would have over the years, ridiculous.
Okay, yeah. So I have Tennessee in front of me.
Let me just say this. Is it country? Is it Cash? Is it Johnny Cash?
It is not Johnny Cash.
Elvis?
Not Elvis.
Elvis is from Tupelo, Mississippi.
He's from Mississippi, that's why.
Ike and Tina?
That's a good call.
Is
Ike
Ike
and Tina.
Give it to me.
Not
Not
Bush.
Ike. Not
Check
Ike.
under Nutbush city limits. That's where they were living. You're going to have to give it to us.
It is Big Star.
That's like Sleater Kinney. That's literally like Sleater. I mean, I love Big Star. But again, they sold like 32 fucking albums.
Right.
This should be called Trollist, not fucking Thrillist.
Stop it with that. Stop thinking that you can come up with a witty thing.
I'm not very thrilled with this list, Gail. What about Massachusetts?
Massachusetts, I'm going to say this. You've got Aerosmith.
Yeah.
You've got the Jay Gallas Band. You've got the Cars. I mean, that's monster fucking acts out of there.
Gotta be Aerosmith.
All right, so your picks were... Okay, what's your picks?
Well, I'm just saying, you got... I don't even go deeper. So you've got Aerosmith. You've got the Jay Gallas Band.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Cars. You've got Boston.
Mhm.
But this troll list is always looking to do hipper. Hipper than thou.
Think hipper than thou, for sure.
Dropkick Murphys?
I said hipper than thou. No.
Not fucking Duplo.
No, I just thought that that's what they go with for Boston.
No.
Dinosaur Jr.
No. And they're from Massachusetts?
I think so, yeah. Like outside of...
Dinosaur Sr. was actually born in Maine, but couldn't find work and moved to Boston.
The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
No, Vito,
Hipper,
stop.
we're going with.
Stop. Stop just listing the Warp Tour over there.
He's like one of those fucking kids. He remembers every list of something. Just fucking bring up the Red Sox during their fucking World Series. Do the whole lineup.
The Pixies.
Ding, ding,
Oh.
ding. And I was just about to say, if Chris doesn't get this, I get to say he's not a fan. But you got it. You got it just in time. This is your lucky day today.
He
You're
said
winning.
the Pixies, though, so...
He did, but I excuse it because I say it sometimes.
Leave that up to DJ Famous Names. He'll decide who's right and who's wrong, who lives and who dies.
I was eating 2 pounds of spaghetti today.
You ought to eat a big fucking bowl of spaghetti. You ought to enjoy the rest of the year now. But the salad is gone.
Just let it loose.
And you ought to go downstairs today and be an active shooter over that fucking...
I'm not going to do that. Please don't put that out there.
Well, the way you're going, an inactive shooter.
Napping shooter.
You're just laying and shooting at people in the ankles.
All right, let's go to the great state of Pennsylvania.
I don't know where they're going with this.
I know.
Hall Notes?
Did not go for Hall & Oates.
Fuck.
Not thrilled about that.
I agree.
Just give it to us, because I'm lost.
It's the Roots.
The fucking house band for Jimmy Fallon. If anybody has taken themselves off the table,
It's very strange.
you know what I mean?
It's a very weird choice, but I guess they're doing well with it.
I won't listen to the Roots again until Jimmy starts to attack Trump like the other shows.
Just do it, Jimmy.
I was watching it last night, and he had Meryl Streep on, and then they did a tricycle race, and you had to jump at the end.
Oh.
And Meryl Streep ended up bashing out her 2 front teeth.
That's terrible.
I think I know New Jersey's. I think it's Mr. Bruce Springsteen and his E Street Band.
Correct. They did not want to offend the Jersey people.
No,
They do something weird and say Frank Sinatra just because on the technicality that he was born there.
Let's see if that's a band, Frank Sinatra. No, it's not.
All right. Chris, this one is for you.
Oh, God.
Vermont.
It's got to be fish, right? It's got to be fish.
They don't pick fish.
Come on. What else? Who else is from fucking Vermont?
Instead of fish, they went with lamb's bread, a reggae pop punk band.
That's better than fish. What the fuck? Wait, is that pronounced fish? I've been calling them pea shell this time.
Peach. Chris's favorite band is Peach.
Peach it out.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, that one was very on purpose, I feel. Purposefully not picking
How about
fish.
the great state of Ohio?
Or as I pronounce it, Ohio.
Ohio.
Ohio. All right. I'm just trying to get to it right now. Damn it. All right.
We got to get going till we got Dan Perlman stepping in. Is he already here?
He's just signed in. He's coming upstairs now.
Oh, I like when you tell us the way. It looks like he's on the 27th floor.
Oh, 28th looks like they stopped for NBC.
All right, I have Ohio.
29.
Yeah. Ohio is DeVoe.
That is one that I was 100% sure it was going to be, and it's not Devo, and I feel like it is ridiculous, but...
Donnie Iris?
No. Not Guided by Voices also would have been the hipstery choice, but they did not go with...
Would we say it's a classic rock band?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to surprise us. Surprise us.
It is... Well, no, not a classic rock band. No, sorry. It's a older band.
All right, who we got?
Isley Brothers.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know where the Isley Brothers are from.
Yeah, I didn't...
I'm going to group myself in with that.
I didn't really realize... I feel like you know where Devo's from.
Yeah.
Kind of the more definitive thing, but...
Is Indiana John Cougar Mellencamp?
I hope it is.
You know, when I was a kid, I'll never forget this, in the summer, it was the year my dad got laid off, and they couldn't afford to send me to Mellencamp. And so that's why you don't see me growing a lot of melons today. I went to, I had tickets to see John Cougar Melanoma Camp.
That's not good.
No. You got to stay out of the sun. You got to, and I told that to the Beach Boys.
All right, Indiana?
Yeah, is it Cougar?
No, it is not.
Larry Bird?
No, it's not Larry Bird. Surprisingly.
Peyton wasn't born there, oddly enough. He's a Nolans boy.
Is it Jackson 5 from Indiana?
Jackson
They
5
are.
is correct. Jackson 5.
But why do you put it in a question?
Because I was so embarrassed about the last one I got wrong. That I
was
didn't
that?
want to, who did I think was? I said Elvis was from Memphis.
Yeah, you know what? Tupelo, you could walk to Memphis
Texas.
from there.
Okay, that makes me feel better. I still got it
Tupelo,
wrong. Though.
Mississippi, their closest city is fucking Memphis. You don't take these so hard. It's a Thrillist fucking list.
Just Thrillist, dude.
I just don't want to keep
Thrillist! Thrillist land. Let's go Nevada.
Ooh,
What
Nevada.
fucking rockers are out of Nevada? Wayne Newton?
That comes to mind.
No, Nevada is not Wayne Newton.
Is it a rock and roll band?
It is a rock and roll band. And it is a more so current rock and roll band.
I'm out.
More so current.
Panic at the Disco. I don't know if they're from Vegas.
They are from Vegas, and it is not Panic at
They're
the
from
Disco.
Vegas?
I think. Yeah.
You know everything about Panic
Seems
at
like
the
you
Disco.
did know.
Because Vegas wasn't the
Quite a
question.
bit.
Nevada was the question.
He asked me if I wanted to go see P at the D.
All right, I'll give
Who
it
is
to
it?
you. It's The Killers. Is
Oh,
the best band from Nevada.
Were they from Reno?
Who cares? Wow, fucking deep you want to go into the Killers. Let's break here. What's this for, Chris?
Plug for our guest.
Thanks.
Plug used to live here. Flatbush Misdemeanors, Dan Perlman. That show was so goddamn funny. I'm very excited about it. Though.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, he's got a screening this Tuesday, October 24th, 8 p.m. at the New York Television Festival at the Helen Mills Theater. For tickets to the screening, check them out on Twitter at Flatbush Babies. You guys should all go to that, as a matter of fact, to support.
Yeah.
I mean, he was he the guy that Vito replaced? Would he be considered the replacement of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
He
when
is.
you think of what he's done with his life compared to you losing that movie contest today,
It's pretty far off.
black and white, frickin' frack, fucking and sucking.
That's you, dude.
We'll be right back. Bennington.
Welcome back to Bennington. Dan Perlman and Kevin Iso are in studio.
Yeah.
Yes.
Flatbush Misdemeanors is screening this Tuesday, October 24th at 8 p.m. for the New York Television Festival at the Helen Mills Theater. For tickets to the screening, go to @FlatbushBabies on Twitter, and to watch all past episodes, go to flatbushmisdemeanors.com.
Now, I watched season 1. I haven't seen season 2 yet, but it was hilarious. Season 2, where do you go with the story, guys?
Go ahead. That's somewhere different. I don't know. We're dropping that on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're dropping the whole thing.
How many episodes?
It's one story in 3 parts.
Mm-hmm.
So we got great people in it. Yamanika Saunders is
Love
in
her.
it.
Yeah, she's
Aparna Nancherla is in it. Kareem Green is back as my stepdad.
That's the funniest shit ever.
He's so funny.
That seems to be everyone's favorite. Really, just everything else is just in the way of Kareem being my dad. So no, I don't know. I feel good about it. I mean, it's like we kind of shifted the story a little bit. I don't know if it's say
it's just more. It's more the same. It's more the same stuff, but it's just I guess like diving into our lives a little bit more with like relationships and stuff.
Your real
like that.
lives, or do you guys use your real lives for this stuff?
I mean, based on it, but not really. It's kind of like you know, you just have that little bit of exaggeration. Where it's just like, what if this happened when I was doing this?
I will say this: both these actors are very naturalistic. They are not working hard for the camera.
No.
There's not a lot of preening. I'm like, the material always has to be good because they're not going to sell it.
We're not classically trained.
Yeah.
We're just going by our names.
Yeah.
We're wearing our clothes.
But you don't even have like the regular old school comic going to to a sitcom like when Kevin James, where's my sandwich? You know, what I mean?
There's none of that.
Everything is really chill.
They used to feel like the sitcoms, they used to keep the first name but change the last name.
Right.
Yeah, that's
and
very
then at a
common.
certain point, like maybe Louis, they just stopped even doing that.
Yeah.
But originally it wouldn't be Bob Newhart. It would be like, oh, Bob Jenkins.
Yeah.
Or something, just like
Well, that's because it's always like stand-ups would not answer if it was somebody else's name. You know what I mean? If you were like Doug, you would be missing your cues all the time. Now, what happens with this festival? What are you guys looking to get networks interested in this?
Try and get some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hope. I mean, there's a bunch of industry there. So when we showed up at Just for Laughs, that was for a lot of people. It was like 800 people because Kevin Hart was hosting it. So they all thought he was going to, be funny or something. But he was just standing there introducing the shit.
Right.
So that was cool to see for a huge audience. But here it's for more like industry folks. But people can still come, and they should. But yeah, that's what we're hoping for. So we get some like meetings and shit next week. So hopefully people will just give us money to make more.
It's a crazy funny show, man. It really is.
super
And I got to tell, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't expecting it. I was like, look, I know people with like really great credits who are like, hey, I'm doing this project, would you watch it? I'm like, hey, I'm happy for you. You're doing your stuff. You know what I mean? This is great. You're really you're chasing your dream.
This is so good for you.
It's hard to make a show. It's fucking hard to be able to go, this is a good show.
Did you like step away from that feeling like you had something good, or you guys were like, who knows? This is maybe funny. We think it's funny.
I didn't really know. I mean, it was because we initially wrote it as a pilot script, so we wrote like 35 pages, and then we just had to, anything that cost money, we just had to cut. So it was just like cut, and then it was just like, okay, so it was just like one story, 5 parts, and ended up being like 15 minutes. So it was just like, you had to make so many concessions for it. It was like, all right, this is a cool thing that, it looks cool, but I didn't know if anybody would dig it or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
we didn't really know until we watched it live, and like people were laughing.
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit, this is actually funny.
Right. It's like, oh, whoa, there's a lot of jokes in here.
Yeah.
We didn't quite realize that. So that's why it's kind of the same feeling for this upcoming one.
You'll have to wait and see, because comics are used to, like, there's a lot of shit that you think is funny at your house,
right?
And you get out there and you're like, oh, that needs to be tweaked a little bit. I think there's something there, but they're not getting it.
Right.
Luckily, we're the opposite. We don't think anything we do is funny until people see it. We're like, oh, all right, this is good.
All right.
But that was that weird sitting with a full audience like that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Also, because it's like, I mean, it feels like a stand-up. You're in full control of it, so you can adjust in the moment and sit and no laugh, or just skip it if they're not hitting anything. But here it's just like, if something hits hard, it's just like, all right, well, you got to stop because you're gonna miss the next thing, or something doesn't hit. It's like, well, there it goes.
There it goes. It's gone now.
That's gone.
Yeah.
I was cringing a lot watching it live, even though it was doing well. But then the one that screened after ours, I was cringing even more at that one.
Yeah.
So it's just how I feel.
I fell asleep.
It's because some of them were just like too much with the romance,
Right.
It was just like too much like intimate love scenes. I feel like that should be the last thing you're allowed to write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a super romantic, I love you kind of thing.
Right.
Because you have to earn that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And that's always the hard thing. If you're doing something short form, you can make people laugh pretty quick, but it's very hard to be like, that person just died. Are you sad about it? Or like, oh, he could lose her forever. And you're like, I don't know him yet.
I've known them for like 2 minutes.
I don't know. I barely knew it was a person.
Even think comedically, like have you ever really seen Bill Murray in a fucking sex scene, or Steve Martin? You know what I mean? Like, for something when there's funny people, you're like, I want to tap out of this,
Yeah.
No one ever is like, I wonder what Brian Regan's like when he's making
Is he
it doesn't seem to go together, And that's why a lot of times they're almost like immature scenes.
Yeah.
If it's Adam Sandler or something.
Right.
He's like, hey, do you like my fit? You're just like, okay.
Boo! or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Just that, it would be insane. Nobody's going to see an Adam Sandler movie to see him do like a tender love scene,
But Louis will do it. Louis will.
Aziz did it a little bit.
Yeah, Aziz as well. But Do you guys like Aziz's show?
I watched the first season.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch the second one.
The stuff he did in Italy, I thought, was pretty tremendous, and you saw he had a real budget to play around.
Yeah, so I like Eric Wareheim a lot, who I guess directs a lot of them. Just Tim and Eric. Some of their stuff I'm just not that into, but some of it, just the tone is real. Gutsy and like off the wall.
This just went through my mind, on some, you know how rappers get into radio booths and they talking shit like in the 90s. Like, what if police just did that? Like, I don't fuck with Aziz's show. That shit whack.
Yeah, they do just call each other out constantly. It's starting to get real.
Shit, come see me. I'll be at Caroline's this weekend, motherfucker.
What's the hip hop station? Power
105.
Yeah. Those guys have security like you wouldn't believe. There's fucking bulletproof glass because dudes will just show up. Some kids from the Bronx will cut a record and come down and go, put this on now. And everyone's like, wait, we can't.
That's how it works.
Yeah. They've had shootings in their lobby.
Yeah.
My God.
97.
Yeah. Well, there's just something about young kids that they just don't know. They feel like, I'm 17, I've been working at this a long time. Throw this shit on the radio. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. You're like, you gotta have kickback money. You know what I mean? You got to come in knowing how this business works.
And y'all just got to deal with Mark Norman and
yeah, which is still kind of scary. Do your the silent Mark Norman.
Oh yeah, so like we were doing an unmasked at the Creek in the Cave. And so Mark Norman stepped out because he wanted to see Ari Shaffir on stage with Ron doing Unmasked. And he like steps around the corner and he's just like sticking his head. And then at that moment, I'm sitting in the front row and he sees me and actually goes, and I was like, he just did a silent, like his face lit up, mouth open, shrugged his shoulders, like, and I was like, why? I know the sound you just wanted to make at me.
Silent film era, Norman.
And he is like a silent. He's now like a parody of himself, even before the whole public gets to know it. Catchphrase.
He's our chaplain.
Yes, he is.
Dan Perlman and Kevin Iso were in studio. Flatbush Misdemeanors is screening this Tuesday, October 24th at 8 p.m. for the New York Television Festival at the Helen Mills Theater. For tickets for the screening, go to Twitter at Flatbush Babies, and to watch all past episodes, go to flatbushmisdemeanors.com.
And where can people see this online?
Flatbushmisdemeanors.com. You can watch all the first one, and then we're setting it up so you can have the second one also.
It's on YouTube, Vimeo. It's everywhere.
Just definitely go and see the first season now because it's really, really funny, and it's bizarrely. It's not even surreal. I think it's just kind of real. You know what I mean? These guys are just stumbling around, and shit happens to them.
Yeah, you guys set up a very like believable world very immediately. Where I'm like, okay, this is what happens to these dudes. It's fantastic, really funny.
Yeah, when you're talking about the comics just not responding when it's not their name. I just heard some story that when Rodney Dangerfield was on like Home Improvement or one of those like 90s sitcoms, he kept, because it was filmed from a live studio audience, he kept addressing the audience between every take. Like he would be saying his lines to Tim Allen and he'd go, and what a crowd, huh? Cut, Rodney, you can't.
You know, Richard Lewis had a sitcom that Rickles was in after his first sitcom, and they said Rickles was just the funniest guy in the world, but just did not give a fuck about the script and shit. Was like doing crowd work during the scenes that they shoot, and you know how nuts they are with a sitcom.
Oh yeah,
you know they do just entire days of just figuring out where the cameras are going, and there's Rickles walking around, and they go, "Oh, if you ever see the outtakes of this show, it's the funniest thing ever." And I'm like, why not just put that on? Yeah. Why not just put up Rickles fucking up a sitcom?
Because it's just pointing the boom up. He's like, what are you, Puerto Rican? It's like breaking the whole...
It is really hysterical how important nationalities were to Rickles. It's just the most
to figure it out
thing ever to him.
He's just the funniest census taker.
It's important.
Riddles would get laughs, and then he's like, and you know, he's doing the Tonight Show, and he would go, and look, Ed's just sitting there like, you're like, why is that? Ed's not gassy. He's not known for that. Why are you stopping the show to say Ed has gas? And you never see him on any of those shows do bad.
No.
People fucking lose it every single time.
Yeah. That's how I'm doing, like on Letterman or something. It's like he was the second guest. Denzel was the first one.
Yeah.
And Denzel was still sitting on the couch. He's like, "Oh, what are you here to clean up?" It's like,
Denzel,
it's like an Oscar winner. It's like everyone's like, "Yeah, he is there to clean up."
Yes, because it's 1962. I saw Rodney on the Tonight Show, and it was James Mason, the English actor, and he was, I am James Mason, and Rodney's just fucking killing. And then he just turns around and looks at James Mason. He pulls his tie and he goes, "So how you doing?" Like there was no. It was like it was, and fucking Johnny just falls out because it's senseless. There was always crazy. Like the thing about Rodney that I think that was great is that even he kept partying like he was young, even though he never seemed to be young. You know what I mean? Yeah. Ever in his life.
He definitely.
But he would still be like, "We cutting some rails." You're like, "Oh, not with your heart, dude. You're 70." Yeah.
What are the stories about him at like the store, and he would like be on the top floor, like in a jacuzzi or some shit.
Yeah, you just come down in a bathrobe with like his dick hanging out and just intro
and just do 10 minutes with his dick out.
He was always in his own club in a robe. Do you ever feel the need to change before a set or not wear your clothes to the club?
There was one story, he was like introing like Dom Herrera or somebody like that at Dangerfields, and he didn't even know who, so he just like goes up in his bathrobe and he's like, "Hey, this next guy, he's got hair, huh? All right."
Awesome. That's a hell of a comedian.
Give a shit.
Chris, you don't plug anymore? I'd like to have some plugs. There's a big show coming out.
Dan Perlman and Kevin Nice over in studio. Flatbush Misdemeanors. It's screening this Tuesday, October 24th, 8 p.m. for the New York Television Festival at the Helen Mills Theater. For tickets to the screening, check out on Twitter at Flatbush Babies, and to watch all past episodes, go to flatbushmisdemeanors.com.
The way you guys put this together, you write together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then who's directing?
Both of us.
We're both doing
of
it,
yeah. It's hard to direct yourself.
Yeah, it's way better. Like the last thing we shot for the second one last weekend, Gav was in it and I wasn't, and that's like just a huge relief when one of us is not in it, just because it makes it a lot easier to just not have to worry about that, about dragging down the actual acting.
How do you feel about like knowing what camera angles? Because you guys don't have a background in that either, right?
No.
So you're just guessing.
Looks
good.
All right, the light is on, so I think it's recording.
Yeah. When you see, like I see them shoot TV in New York, they take forever to light something.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of, we just have to do this real shoestring, so a lot of it's just like day shoot, some stuff at night, we just got to be strategic. Like, one thing we shot ages ago was just like buy a phone booth, because that just gave us natural lighting.
Right.
You know, just like.
We did do some dope where we needed lights. You shooting in Brownsville.
Yeah.
And we needed lights because it was dark, so like you can't rent anything in this city if you're not with the production company.
Right.
So I just went in B&H and I was like, "Yo, how much are these lights?" It was like $3,000. And I was like, "All right, what's y'all's return policy?" It was like 72 hours. I was like, "All right, put it on this card. I'll be back in 24. And that was like the best feeling ever. I came back.
Free lights.
Nobody robbed us.
That Brownsville.
That was crazy.
That's because we were filming, it was like a little before July 4th, so we kept hearing.
No, it was on July 4th.
It was on July 4th.
Yeah.
And we just kept hearing. We think it was fireworks. That's what we were telling everybody. We were hoping it was fireworks. We threw that online. Where I come off looking. I feel like I come off looking like a dick because I'm just like yelling at those. Just like, you guys just got to stay in it. They're like, all right, even if we hear an explosion, just stay in it. Like, yeah, just like let's just get the shot, and then we'll avoid gunshots.
My brother said he respected you after that. Damn, this is about that shit.
It is nice to know that some parts of New York are still New York, though. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Because that was literally all of New York at one time.
Yeah.
Like, we're here in New York, we could get killed.
It was all Scorsese, Taxi Driver, Garbage Strike, kind of thing.
And literally, like, the neighborhood that we're in now. You know what I mean? Like, I remember even, like, you could be 12 feet into certain parts of Hell's Kitchen, and you're like, let's just walk back and stay with the lights of Broadway.
And once you hit like 8th Avenue and 9th, things got really dicey. Like back like in the early 90s even.
Yeah.
Yeah, far west. Yeah, when we were shooting that thing also, there was just like halfway down the block, there was somebody who just must have lived on the block, and they were sitting in their car just with the door open, just blasting music loud. Yeah. And we can't walk over. Like, we're just going to walk a bit. Hey, we don't feel safe with you here. Like, we're invading your space so we can film something.
That wasn't what was frightening me. What was frightening me was there was dudes like just riding around on their bicycles, like grown, like 45-year-old dudes with a BMX bike, and they were just looking at us slow. People just went
like
around.
Debo. Debo and Fridays.
And they love asking what we're filming. Yeah. And so we found if you just say it's a student thing, then they ask fewer questions.
Right.
But still there's some, we're filming one thing in Harlem, and still these guys, there were like 4 guys that they made me follow all of them on Instagram. That was the only way to get them to go away. They're like, oh yeah, because I fuck with stuff, so yeah, just follow me. I was like, yeah, I will, man. He's like, well, follow me now. All right, okay, man.
I'm going to follow you on Instagram, and then I'll be back with a movie offer before you know it.
Follow me now, then.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's what we're doing.
Dan Perlman and Kevin Iser are in studio. Yes. Flatbush Misdemeanors is screening this Tuesday, October 24th, 8 p.m. for the New York Television Festival at the Helen Mills Theater. Go to @FlatbushBabies for tickets to the screening. The second season premieres next week. Go to FlatbushMisdemeanors.com to watch the first and second.
How do you get invited to something like this that you're doing with the...
We had to submit to it. And it's a real, like, competitive thing that I don't think I realized was sending it in how competitive it was.
You never do.
Yeah.
Because then you're looking, it's like, I don't know. I mean, these other things are like, oh, we have stuff where the cast, it's like Lin-Manuel Miranda, the Hamilton guy, and stuff. I don't know, like all these famous people.
Kareem Green.
Kareem Green. So yeah, we just sent it in, and they were really positive about it and liked it. So it's us and one other thing I forget the name of, but they're both like 15 minutes. So we're screening in 1 half-hour block. So if somebody wants to come, it only takes up a half hour of your night.
That sounds fantastic. The less I have to sit in the theater, the happier I am.
In and out.
Although I'm going to the theater tonight for the opening night. What is the name of the...
Stuffed, yeah.
Stuff, which is Lisa Lampanelli wrote a play that she's doing.
She's starring in it?
Yeah, she's starring in it, wrote it. It's kind of an interesting thing because that's a weirdly risky move to make.
It's like a one-woman show? Or
no, it's got a full cast.
Oh, wow.
It's got a full cast. It's kind of based on her being, having eating... I was going to say eating disorders, but when you overeat, is that a
I think it
disorder?
still is a disorder.
Yeah. To me, it just sounds like you're any one of us. We just don't take it as personal.
I enjoy food.
Yes.
To a disorder.
Vito lost the contest today where he can't eat a salad for the rest of the year.
He was very upset.
I know you guys are looking at me like that doesn't mean a lot to me, but it does mean a lot to me.
How many salads do you usually have?
I eat one salad a day, usually. Sometimes I eat 2.
But not as your meal.
What was the contest?
Movie
trivia.
Oh.
And this is the thing that he messed up on. The guy with the radio and Do the Right Thing.
Radio Raheem?
He said Radio Raheem.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
Yeah.
That don't fly.
Here's the thing.
It's
we
Raheem.
gave him the point, too. And then a listener caught him.
Yeah.
lying through his teeth.
Bullshit.
I did not pick up the Keem.
Yeah.
I thought he said Radio Raheem.
Yeah.
He did not.
It was a shitty one to lose on.
One of the greatest characters of all time.
Yeah.
Now.
That's
Just
one of the
walking
best
around with a
movies.
boombox. Yeah.
Period.
That love-hate ring.
You love hate. That whole sequence of the climax with the throwing the trash can through the window, like everything in that is pretty perfect.
Rest in peace, Radio Raheem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raheem
And
too.
Who was the kid? Who was the guy that would do? He'd have the two things. He would put a king. He would do the
Yeah.
Basquiat king over
yeah.
top of it,
The-
and then an X on the other one. And you're like, this is bizarre. What a bizarre character.
Yeah.
And yet that's weirdly brilliant that you got these two little signs. You know, and Spike was so young.
I know.
when he was doing that shit.
I know, it's wild.
Yeah.
That was probably one of his. I mean, like She's Gotta Have It was his first, but that had to be in 5 years
And
ago,
that
right?
movie's so great. Like, that's
Yeah.
crazy for a first
Yeah,
film.
and he shot that for nothing.
And it's so
In
unique.
college, I think.
All right, let's go through Spike's first 4 or 5 movies because they're as good as anybody ever came out of the gate.
It's really nuts.
Yeah,
His sister was my college professor, Joie.
the one that's in the
Joie Lee?
movies.
Yeah, Joie was my
She's
professor.
Crazy attractive. Too.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she was a great professor.
All right, let's go through all the way down the bottom. So we're in like what 86.
Yeah.
86 for She's Gotta Have It.
She's got to have it.
Yep.
School Days is next. I think
Right.
it's a brilliant fucking film. And when the college black kids just run into the locals, man, it's an
That's a hell of a
amazing
scene.
Yeah, it's
That's
an
a hell of a
amazing
scene.
scene. And that's Sam Jackson. That's like young Sam
Yeah.
Jackson at that, and he was scary as shit. Next is Do the Right Thing.
Also, that scene in Do the Right Thing when they're all like interrogating the white guy in the Larry Bird jersey.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing? Getting a brownstone on my block, on my side of the street.
By the way, at the time we're like, hey, why can't this guy live here? And now, you know what I mean? That whole fucking neighborhood,
why.
everybody that lived there is gone.
I guess
Yeah.
we saw this coming.
Yeah, he was way out ahead of it. Mo Better Blues, which I like.
That's a really underrated one, too.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think the music is fantastic.
Wesley Snipes. and
Jungle
Jolie.
Fever is crazy.
Yeah.
Malcolm X is, in my opinion, a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's just really brilliant. And Crooklyn, which is probably my favorite Spike Lee.
We used
of all
audio
time.
from it.
Do you?
Yeah.
And Flatbush, yeah.
Yeah, because we use those audio intros to the
Yeah.
different parts. So we'll segue.
So the
from one
weirdest
scene
thing
to the
always
next.
about Crooklyn is that fucking reminded me so much of me and my cousins. Just the games they were playing, the candy, the
Yeah.
way they were running around and shit. It was giving me chills while I was watching it, and that gets played off because it's kind of like his only family movie.
I
you
love
know?
that one.
But when they're singing the Partridge theme and they get in trouble, so they start to sing it quietly, like "I woke up in love." You're like, little fucking kids would still do that today.
Yeah.
You know, he's got that eye for it. So at the same time, he goes really fucking big and then really tiny. Clackers is a great fucking film too.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
insanely great, man. Really underrated to this day.
I think so too. There's that thing in Mo Better Blues, which is also one, I feel like people don't talk about as much as all the other ones. But it's like Denzel is begging Joie Lee, like the ex-girlfriend that he ditched to play
Yeah.
music. He's just begging her to take him back because he can't play music anymore because Spike Lee loses money gambling, gets punched, and he just keeps begging. He's like, just save my life. Just save my life, Rose. Just save my life. Which is such a sad, pretty selfish, but also
Yeah.
just like achingly real kind of thing.
And then in the last scene, he's his own dad. You know what I mean? And there's
Yeah.
the next kid
Yeah.
with a dream, man. It's just really, really great.
Man, I got to rewatch that one. It's been a long
so
time.
great. And for no reason at all, he just starts to rip Arsenio Hall. Denzel. Maybe you're home, watch the Arsenio Hall. So, you know, it's just, where did this become a negative? Does Spike have a personal fucking beef with Arsenio? But, you know, when people talk about independent film of the 90s, he's doing it years before.
Totally.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Years
absolutely.
before. There was no, like, even real Sundance to take that shit to.
Yeah. Which is pretty nuts that a lot of that stuff got that wider release
Yeah.
that it did. I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's what was surprising me. Even now about a movie like Moonlight or something, it's like that's pretty nuts. With like nobody really famous in that,
Yeah.
it even gotten that many theaters.
Yeah, just every once in a while, one fits through, and you're all like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, this could happen," but then it doesn't.
And it doesn't. Yeah, And like this one gets through, and everyone likes it, and,
And
then
then
it just
they
still
feel
kind of
good.
goes
Like,
back
they're
to.
like, "Hey, look, Big Sick is out there." So
Right.
all you guys that say we don't let things like this through, we do.
You're welcome.
Do you see the Blade Runner movie? The Blade Runner.
No, I still
49?
haven't seen that one.
These two loved it. I wasn't crazy about it.
I really liked it a lot.
I heard it tanked a little bit.
Yeah,
It did, yeah. Not many people. It had a lot of like critical love, but not the sales they were looking for.
Well, there's this movie being released this weekend too that they think is already not the one about the weather.
Oh, Geostorm.
Yeah, Geostorm. It was a $150 million movie.
Yeah.
What?
What is it?
It's a Geostorm. It's the same guys that did like the 1990s
Day
Things
After
Are Going
Tomorrow.
Yeah, all those
Yeah.
type of things.
See, when I'm anywhere but New York, I'm willing to take a chance on a movie.
It is
because
true.
tickets, like when I'm in Houston or whatever, it's like $12 maybe,
Right.
you know. But up here, you be paying $16, $17 for a ticket, and then God forbid you hungry.
Yeah.
You might end up spending $35 in there. So
I paid $6 for a bottle of water the other day at a fucking movie theater. I must throw it at the. It's crazy, but yeah, I do. It is true that when you get out of the city, and then there's like less to do.
Yeah.
So you're like, if you're out somewhere, you're like, yeah, I would like to just spend a couple hours just doing something.
Anything.
Escaping from the fact that I don't know anyone in Virginia.
Right. Vito, what's the last movie you saw?
I think it was The Big Sick that I saw in theaters.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I saw it late in the release, so I saw it over when we were July 4th week. So yeah, that was still a long.
That's a
Labor
long
Day.
fucking
Labor
time
Day.
ago,
Week.
dude.
Yeah.
Labor Day week.
That's why I lost the movie competition.
You know what? You're right.
Good point.
And you went to movie
When's
school.
your last one? Good.
2 weeks ago, Blade Runner.
Oh yeah, that's
By
right.
the way, how much
So
did you
there
pay
go.
for your whole education?
About $200,000.
To learn how to make movies.
Jeez.
You're making sure that,
200,000?
yeah. And right now his job is to get me Coke. Fucking put packages in his pocket when I got to walk out to a car.
Yo.
But why? And you don't even want to make film, right?
Yeah, it just left me. It just
Left you. You didn't have it, dude.
You never have a
I'm
touch
too
to
young.
lose, man.
I had it for a few years when I was in college, but now it just the dream died.
It shouldn't have though.
The dream's dead.
What'd you think about our thing as a $200,000 film?
I really loved it. I liked it. Like I liked how the episodes were set up. I love seeing both characters on their own and then coming together in the third one.
Dude, if you would have saved that 200,000, you could be their producer right now.
Oh, yeah.
Come in,
Really?
200
Low-key,
G's, you're the
we need
executive
that.
producer.
Honestly, you probably still could.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
Anyone's welcome.
Yeah.
You had a ticket. Come Tuesday, you're a producer.
There literally is a certain amount of money that I'll say, yeah, you co-wrote this. If that's what you want to.
Yeah.
'Cause that's used to happen like in the early days of rock and roll, is Dick Clark would put his name on the song. Like he was a writer of
That's
that.
insane.
And
Just
Alan
to get
Freed.
his name out there?
No, just to get part of the residuals, the money coming in. He goes, if you want to hear this record on the radio, my name has to go on it as a co-writer. And they fucking did that to those people.
So there's got to be laws against this now, right?
Yeah, there is laws against it now, but even then it was like frowned upon because, we always had it set up like this isn't just to have you make money constantly, no matter what you're doing. Or at least have actually sat down with a pen and paper.
Anything.
Yeah, just wrote something.
And contribute at all to the fucking thing.
Jeez.
All right, Nate Bargatze doing a sitcom on him.
I'm so happy for him, man.
He's one of the funniest.
Lil Rel, the same thing.
Great.
Also going to be based. But it's tough to get that sitcom pilot all the way through.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. But it's cool. They're both working with Gerard, who's already had something get there. So he's producing both of them. So that's a huge help.
Either that or Gerard's just putting his name on it.
And Gerard. And Dick
That's
Clark,
great.
too.
He's already at slapping his name on things level. You know, it's nuts.
I mean, trying to make a pilot, that's why we just made it ourselves, because we wrote the script and everybody's like, they say nigga too much in this. I don't want to help them out. So we just have to make it ourselves.
Would you guys, do you think you could get this where you would get what you wanted to do but put it on network TV? Would that be tough?
I think so. I don't know.
I think we could find a way to make it work. I think we could plug in a couple other words.
They'll probably be
Jive turkey.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever try that?
I don't think that's ever.
I love it. The TV edit of it would be so fun.
I don't think there's ever been that word other than on television. I had never
heard
at any point in my life heard anyone say.
Well, they were saying it on 8th and 9th Ave, but they kept turning around.
Dan Perlman and Kevin Iso were in studio. Flatbush Misdemeanors is screening this Tuesday, October 24th, 8 p.m. for the New York Television Festival at the Helen Mills Theater. For tickets to the screening, check them out at Twitter at Flatbush Babies. The second season premieres next week on FlatbushMisdemeanors.com.
This is the other thing we didn't talk about today. Chelsea Handler, not with Netflix anymore. That thing didn't happen. And she said,
she's going to like fight Trump or something.
Yeah, she's going to go out and try to save the country rather than have a fucking show.
Platform
to
speak to people.
Yes. As well as an ATM machine in your own bedroom.
Seems like you have it figured out already.
Well, cool. Hopefully she can get a platform where she can address the things she wants to address.
If I was her, I'd be calling E right now.
That pesky Netflix show where she can do whatever she wants.
Well, the Netflix thing, I just don't think people turn on Netflix to see a talk show. You know what I mean? It's very weird because
you're in a different mode, I think.
Yeah, you are in a different mode completely.
Just like if you're like in the mood to watch something that feels like live TV or something that's current, you know what I mean? Like when you're putting on Netflix, you're in a whole different mind.
But also people sometimes watch your special 4 or 5 months after it came out.
Yeah.
It just sits there. So I remember Ari's special came out in July. And like last weekend, I heard more people popping for him when he went on stage than any time. And like with Comedy Central, you got to catch it pretty much that weekend.
That one airing, yeah.
He said he talked to Tom Segura, and Tom Segura said, "Wait till you see January, then people will be really into it by then." It's surprising, but it's a whole new way of doing stuff.
It's better.
Yeah, I mean that's a slow because there's so much content and shit. It just takes forever. That's what I always like if somebody's like, "Oh, I don't want to spoil it for you." I'm like, "No, just spoil it so I don't have to see it." Like it just saves me a thing.
Yeah,
it just makes it easier. So because I still have to catch up. Like I just saw the Hassan Minaj one that people were telling me to see for months and months. So it's just
dude. Here's the one to check out because it's so bizarre, but Judah Freelander's new one, he just shot with like little cameras over last winter. It's in black and white. He'll just, instead of an edit, it's just like, and this is from May, you know what I mean? And he'll just put it up. And it's him crowd working and you never see the crowd, you just hear them. And it's fucking great. It's so refreshing not to have a big set filled with stuff. It's just a brick wall behind them. And it looks more like comedy to me than anything that they throw the $100,000 stage at,
Yeah. It's so funny seeing him go up and do that because every time he goes up, they're all so excited because it's like, hey, Judah, like 30 Rock, like they have all these questions and stuff. And then it's just almost like a filibuster every time. Like he just stays on and just takes all the questions to the point where they got nothing left.
Is that it? Is that it, everybody? Bad question.
Where is it at? Is it?
It's going to be Netflix coming out on Halloween.
Okay, cool.
And I got to see it, and I was laughing because he says I'm shooting a special all last winter, and I'm like, no, I see your camera. You're not shooting a special. You're shooting something for you to look at. And then he would say, yeah, I'm going to come in, but I'm editing the special, and we're like, You're not. It's just not what you're saying is not a special.
That's sweet, but you're just not.
And then you watch it and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like this is a better special.
Yeah.
There's something about the big theater that takes me out of it, you know?
Yeah.
And this thing feels like you're sitting in a seat in the cellar.
That's
You know
cool.
what I mean? You know how like sometimes like when somebody's crowd working, you can't see who they're crowd working, or you only kind of hear them. I mean, it's like being there with Judah, and he's a fucking strange, weird killer. He's just a killer with his shit, man.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about because it's like and maybe it's because of like radio and podcasts and all this stuff where you feel like you know the comics more intimately, that there might be something with the traditional specials of like they come out and it's a theater and a blue curtain and then they do the jokes for people you never see from a big distance and that's it. Then maybe that just feels more contrived and it just has to be some different stuff.
Yeah.
Because people want to feel that same thing while they listen to them on a million.
Yeah, it's really hard to capture like the dangerous feeling of a comedy club. Like, you know, like, oh, this could fucking go bad. You know what I mean? This could be uncomfortable for all of us.
You said it's in black and white too?
Yeah, he just shoots it in black and white. And it's just almost a real close up of him. Sometimes there's just the side camera which he has mounted somewhere.
I like how Gerard's looked, the last one. I liked how it was a lot of close ups. It kind of, I mean, I don't know what room it was in, but it looked pretty like big, but it felt intimate like that.
Yeah.
too.
I've always hated to cut to the people. I don't give a fuck if they're laughing or not. You know,
And also,
it's
you
nice.
never really kind of buy that that's happening in that moment anyway. Like the edit, you know, like that could be at any point of the show, and they're like, they just needed that edited moment. And every time it happens, I go, oh, I wonder if they were really laughing at that joke, or if they took that from a different
or
joke.
just a different taping.
Yeah.
Some of those guys will just go, all right,
Fallon.
now, before we start this, we need you to laugh for a minute, so maybe, you know, we can use it. But we all know that they do edits, so why be so smooth about
Someone told me a story about like that they were in the background on Springer, and it was but they took some edit because they had some like just a torso or just like a little person just like walk across the stage naked. So everyone's like, ugh. And then they show that edit when they're like, and I've been cheating on you the whole time. Everyone's like, oh. But it's like, no, they were just looking at some naked midget.
Good, we would need you to walk out there naked, get everybody the groan. Perfect. You did it. Where's his towel? They're like a little dish towel they put out on him. It's comfortable. But it really, wouldn't it be great put out a special of just new material that's not doing well? You know what I mean? Because I don't think anyone likes anything more than to see that cringy moment.
I think that should be bonus like material.
Yeah.
Specials, you know what I mean? Like this is when I was bombing, working this material out for 3 months, and none of this was hidden.
Yeah,
and that's when you cut to the audience a lot, and they're just like, no.
that is a fun thing. Like every joke you see murdering on a special has bombed dozens, if not hundreds of times.
Yeah.
For rooms that didn't want to see comedy, that didn't give a shit who you were. So it's just a fun contrast to show that.
It is really great that because I've seen stuff of Pryor. There was a tape of Pryor at the store where he went up one night, and it's too early before that material got to be Pryor material.
Yeah.
And he just looks like a guy working out, you know? I even think at one point he just goes, fuck you people.
I think people need to see that. That's
Well, I had heard from everybody that used to be at this store, they say Pryor would come in the first night, right? And it'd be like pretty uncomfortable. Then the next night there'd be like 2-3 minutes of fucking great shit. Uncomfortable. Next night, 6 minutes. And he would just stay with that until he had the whole fucking special, and he had his whole tour. And they said that the amazing thing was, like, he didn't give it, you know what I mean? Like, he was like, okay, I got that 3 minutes. He didn't hold on to the part that didn't do well, you know?
Right.
Which is really what fucks people up, is when they go home and feel bad about themselves. You know what I mean? If you could get beyond that. There's some people who just say, I fucking killed.
Right.
And you're like, I was here. You didn't kill, man.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, that's a strange thing to, like, somebody walk off and you're like, everyone could hear that didn't happen.
I know. Trump does that. No,
I nailed it.
Yeah, I got the biggest applause anyone's ever gotten in the history of this room.
That was my favorite. Some guy at some show. He's one of those guys. I was talking about a different guy like that, but it's just like he's like, I've been doing this forever. He's like, you kids, you do comedy wrong. He's just like, giving this long lecture to all of us, and then he goes on stage, and it's as if he'd never done stand up before. Like it's just like 8 minutes of like silence, and then he gets off and goes backstage. And he's like, they're good. Like, they were all there, man.
They're a good crowd. You'll do well.
Larry David's definitely one of my favorite like comedy stories. Like when I don't know, somebody told me he would just go on stage, look at the audience, be like, "Nah, I don't like y'all," and then walk off.
Yeah.
I love that.
And there was few enough comics that they're like, yeah, okay, we got to book him back. You know what I mean? We got to fill his show here. Richard Lewis was just saying that if Larry David didn't have 100% of the attention of everybody, he was just like, fuck this show.
That's
and fuck
so
you
funny.
people. Wow. That if somebody was ordering a drink, the fuck.
Yeah. It's so weird to like think if like you were in a show and you saw Larry David go up and walk off, not even walk the crowd, walk himself, and then Seinfeld go up. You'd be like, hey, that guy who walked off, he's the guy who's going to make Seinfeld a billionaire.
Right. Yeah. Seinfeld is going to go, and how do we fix this, Larry? How do we fix this? Congratulations to you guys. Seriously.
Thanks so much, man.
The show's really funny. I mean, when you were doing the cartoon thing, I was just happy for you. But now I get it. You know what I mean? I was just like, I don't know, it's a cartoon. Great for them. But this show really made me laugh, and I really thought it was great.
Dan Perlman and Kevin Iso have been in studio. Flatbush Misdemeanors is screening this Tuesday, October 24th at 8 p.m. for the New York Television Festival at the Helen Mills Theater. For tickets to the screening, go to Twitter @FlatbushBabies. And to watch all past episodes, go to FlatbushMisdemeanors.com, where the second season will premiere next week.
All right, that's it for us. Remember, Vito, no salad today, no health stuff.
No.
Pasta lovers.
All right, pasta lovers it is. Let's try to weigh in today and see how much you can gain by the new year. It'd be great. That's it for us. We'll see you again in 1974.
Ladies and gentlemen, the evening is over. We hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you all again in 1974. Good evening!